Hello, Internet, and
We
people
are
watching
on
in
the
the
internet.
future.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Rime of the Frostmaiden, session 18. Everyone gets a point of inspiration. If you need a break, just let us know. At some point, I'm going to break to eat a quick burrito. And I'm going to go ahead and everyone get your smiles on so we can take a group pic.
Hey God, sorry.
Already breaking the rules. All right, ready? Great. You all, Tony, yours is the least convincing.
Well, that was intentional, yeah.
Great. Oh, wow. These fill my heart with joy. Okay, group pics. There it is. Today's date is 12/12/2021. I don't think we'll be playing in 2 weeks, just so it's known, because that's the day after Christmas. I think we're all aware of this.
Yes.
Great. Okay. So, here we go. Last time we gathered, Equinox had got themselves together early in the morning, had breakfast, made a plan, and set out to accomplish some errands. The speaker, Nimsy Huddle, walked you all over to the Ramshackle Inn. You all quickly gathered some rats to feed to the Owl Swift, searched the place in general. Jasper found a locked room that may still have undiscovered secrets within. And Beery came across an awakened fox that called itself Red, that had formerly been awakened, charmed, and employed by Ravison the Druid. Beery extracted a bit of information from the little fox with some food, and after you all left there, you split up. Beery went to Pavel's to sell some of the loot from the concert the night before. Jasper went to Passions to leave the rats for the Owl Swift. He briefly tried to talk to it, and the owl was a dick. Andrea and Corpse Grinder went to the Golden Lodge to get his Chwinga charm identified. Skywatcher, the meanwhile, went to the Queen's Garden in preparation for your all's travel. You all reunited, split the money from the concert, filled up various vessels with holy water from the fountain in the shrine, and set out. Skywatcher and Drea did the bulk of the navigating. As you all traveled, you kept encountering shifting paths within the forest that could easily confuse most people. But luckily, Skywatcher spent hours in the shrine and had an understanding of how this trickery worked. On the way, there were quite the series of events. BB revealed to the group that he broke into the Golden Lodge the night before and stole a bunch of equipment from it. There was an attack by an angry Arctic lemming that soon ceased to exist after Corpse Grinder blew it up. A collection of crows started to follow you all that led a pack of wolves to attack you when you all stopped briefly to look at some treasure frozen below a creek. The battle was intense, but you all succeeded. There was a break to extract that treasure from the ice, and then finding even more treasure below it. A brief encounter with a bear that got driven off, nearly dead. A moon sickle and a magical ring that were acquired, and finally, as you all continued your travels, you all have been traveling for about 6 hours now. I would say actual movement has been 6 hours. You all have spent longer there since you've taken a few rests. Finally, you all found the dead body of a medicine woman hailing from Tourmaline. Beery identified her as Belissa Ambereye, and as you all investigated, you found a shelter made from a partially fallen tree that was woven together and filled with treasures. This turned out to be the home of a banshee. The same banshee attacked you all, and using teamwork and holy water, you all solved my banshee puzzle. At the conclusion of this fight, you all gathered some of the treasures. Skywatcher changed into a giant badger to quickly dig these graves. Beery oversaw the burials of both bodies and used 2 containers of holy water, performing ceremonial burial rites, and laid the body and spirit of the banshee to rest. The body of this banshee had been found twisted and broken within the hollows of the tree that had been wrapped and warped to be her home. When you performed these rites, Beery got some insights into who this person was. I don't know if she's spoken about them, and Jasper also did a little bit of investigating. You all have since taken basically a double short rest, using 1 hour to figure out what some of these items do, get yourselves together, gather up this treasure, and another hour potentially attuning to different things. Beery and Jasper left the den minutes ago to have a private conversation. We're going to pick up back there. Go for it, Jesse.
Okay.
I guess where do we start?
I would say you can start with the "What do you mean we're lying to him?"
Cool.
What do you mean we're lying to him? I haven't heard you tell him anything to the contrary. We're trying, as a group, to change him for the better. That's the whole reason he's with us, so that he isn't just another goblin out stealing from folks. Yes, he may get strange looks and worse in some towns, but so do Trex and the Kobolds and Tourmaline. So do I, and so do Bash and Skywatcher and Corpse Grinder. That's why Corpse Grinder disguises himself in towns. It's part of life, and we're all doing our best to make it work in these terrible times. If he keeps up these criminal acts, then he'll be the one slighting others, perpetuating the stereotypes.
You know, it's funny you say that about Corpse Grinder, because I think you might be a little off the mark there as well. But I have not brought up. I haven't brought it up because the general consensus for the group is to pretend that the people he cares about are dead. And yeah, some of them are, but not all. And I'm also glad that you brought up stereotypes, because I've noticed all the side eyes and weird yelps that you make when I do my thing. You ever wondered how I got to be the way that I am, or what it is that I actually do? Or do you think I'm just some common gutter rat that nabs purses from old ladies and stabs people for their coin pouch? I'm trying to do well by this kid by giving him a chance. He's skilled and can use those things in the right way. An old teacher of mine told me to always remember to keep my blade sharp. His need to be honed, but he can be taught to use these things for the right reasons. I didn't tell him to do any of that stuff. I trained him to be effective and efficient. This is his nature, and he's a kid. Nobody here is condemning him to a life of skullduggery but you.
Of course I don't think poorly of you, Jasper. You've already proven to me that you're a worthy ally. You seem to have a good moral compass when it matters, which is why I felt like I could talk to you about this. I'm not trying to condemn him to any kind of life, I'm just trying to convince you not to encourage it. Yes, he could make great use of those things, but think about how much better he would feel using them if he had acquired them the right way.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he'd probably have a more of a go-get-em attitude, and maybe, you know, he'll learn that if he works really hard at doing something, he can make it work, and he can make it big one day, and then he doesn't have to steal things from people, and he doesn't have to, you know, hurt people to make sure that the things that he believes, you know, become reality, and, you know, all that stuff. But I kind of think you're dreaming a little bit, thinking that this little boy is just gonna become a normal ass person in society. Like, he could, everybody can, I can't, and there are a lot of things that would keep me from actually being able to assimilate into normal society. Lonelywood is I had heard of Lonelywood before, kind of from stories, but this place is amazing. Like, this place would give a person like me a chance to just be. And I would say probably for the last, I don't know, 30 years, I didn't think that was possible. So things change, and the dots that connect the line of someone's actions may not always be what they are perceived to be.
Well, I'll be the first to admit that I don't know everything. You may be right about some of those things, and I'm glad to hear that you really like it here in town. Well, not here, but back in town.
Beery, do you think I'm a good person?
Yes. I think at your core that you're a good person. You
So-
may make some not good decisions.
What if I've told you I've killed many people? Many, many people. For good reasons. But I still did it. How does that make you feel?
I would not advocate that myself. I am a pacifist, as all followers of Eldath are. But at the same time, your life is your own life, and
Let's see. What would Beery say?
I believe that everybody has a chance to become good, even if they haven't been before. And it seems like you've already started on your way.
I really admire what you try to do by talking to people first, but there are some people that are not worth talking to and have done things that even if they decide to do a 180 and never do those things ever again, they still do not deserve to get a second chance. And I firmly believe that. And you're really sweet and everything, but I don't know if I could ever change my mind about that. Some people do not deserve the chance to talk.
Well, Jasper, we have a lot of time on the road. Maybe I'll change your mind one day.
And she just smiles at you.
Maybe so. We can clear this thing up about BB if you want. But at this point, I don't know if it'll hurt him more to know it now or to find out later.
That is something we can't put off forever. You're right.
If we tell him now, he could run off into the woods and then we'd never see him again. For bad reasons.
Of course.
I'll leave you all with that. In the meanwhile, Drea, Corpse Grinder, and Skywatcher have been hanging out within this Banshee's quarters. Skywatcher, did I sent you a description of what you figured out from the spending some time with that sickle that you have. Do you think you attuned to it?
Yeah, I'm going to attune to that, and I guess disattune.
De-attune. Yeah.
From my cloak.
Okay.
But I'm going to keep wearing the cloak.
So you've just been sitting there focusing on the sickle, and as your connection with it solidifies, you feel that it is emboldening your druidic magic. There's like an immediate umph that you feel from it. And you know that you could use this as your arcane focus whenever you cast spells. Corpse Grinder, you doing anything fun?
He's on mute, I heard him say.
Hey, let's. Are we gonna get a move on or what?
Yeah, I think Jasper and Beery went out to have a talk. Where's BB? Dre is looking around.
Do we see BB?
Roll a perception check.
Five.
No sign of him.
I don't know what he could get into around here. I'll go outside and call for him. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, we can. I feel as ready as I'm gonna be. And you step out, and I'll say you step out right as Jasper and Beery are having that pause in the conversation. You all see Corpse Grinder coming out here, apparently looking for BB.
Hey, BB!
And from a tree not too far from where Jasper and Beery were having a conversation, BB steps out. He says, "I'm right here."
That's very interesting. Hey, bud.
How long have you been listening?
I wasn't gonna let you all just go out here and talk. You know, I had to protect you all. I think I heard everything. We can talk about it when we're back at town or something.
I mean, you heard it. We should talk about it now.
I think I just want to sit with my feelings for a while.
Okay. Well, talk to us when you're ready.
We'll always be here.
He puts up his hood and heads back into the burrow. We'll say you all gather back together. You all know that there's 3 more hours of travel and you should make it to the temple. Could each of you send me separately the 3 items, if you are attuned to 3 items, that you are attuned to, just so I know? And I guess I will ask, have you all divided up this treasure that was in the Banshee's hoard? And if so, I guess who has what? Oh, and Abiri, I assume you attuned to the carved healer staff?
Yes.
Sweet. Sweet. Okay. All right. Loving it. Da 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 da. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. All right. Well, then in addition to that, there's all these tourmalines you all found. Holy symbol. I mean, if you all just want to like keep this shit bundled together and divide it up later, you can.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
we can just stick
Okay.
it.
And then I guess separately than that, do you want to divide the healing potions up differently? You all found a total of 3 minor healing potions, 1 potion of healing, and 1 antitoxin.
I've got 2 potions of healing and 1 minor potion myself already.
Okay.
I got 1 potion of healing. I'm
have
good.
1 potion, and I also have a healing mushroom.
So
Drea
Sounds
says, I can I'll take one of the minor potions of healing if that's okay.
Sure. Everybody should have at least something.
I'll take one, BB says.
Definitely.
I guess I could use one.
I can. Is there more?
You want it, Tony? You want it, Skywatcher?
There's still a regular potion too.
Yeah, I'll say that BB and Drea both got one of the minor potions of healing.
Maybe actually I don't need it. I can heal.
But this way you
Alright.
could heal without use your spells for other stuff. I don't know.
Or someone could heal you if you pass out, Drea says.
Well, then wouldn't they need to have the potion? Wouldn't that make more sense?
Yeah, I just mean like it'd be on you. But yeah, whatever.
Let's just divide the potions evenly among us. If you don't have any, and we do, you should take it.
Yeah, if you don't have one, you should at least have one.
So there's currently
I,
one regular potion of healing and one minor unclaimed. So both Tony's can have one.
Okay, I'll take one.
Okay. I had a healing potion from Bola, Elliot. Which one was that?
It was just a regular potion of healing.
Okay.
So which one
So
did
what's-
I end up getting just now? Was it minor or regular?
Which
You don't-
which one do you want? You can have the bigger one.
I'll take the bigger one.
Yeah. Cool. Skywatcher has a potion of healing, and Corpse Grinder gets the minor potion. Beery, do you want to hang on to the antitoxin?
Or
Okay, I'm sending you all of the stuff you got from all that. And then I'm just going to... BB says, I can, everything will fit in my bag! And he gathers up all the loot and puts it in his currently owned bag of holding. If everyone is okay with that.
But if BB's gonna hold on to the treasure? Is that what you said?
That's what he's saying, yeah.
Hey, how about if I hold on to that?
All right. And I will send this to you. I'll just put it here in the group chat and say, Corpse Grinder has... Boop. There we go. Okay. Well, with that, people are attuned to things. Everyone's rested. Have you all rolled hit die and whatnot?
Yes.
Okay. Then, what's next, adventurers?
Ready to continue on to the temple?
Did we just long rest or short rest?
Short rest.
You sure?
Okay.
So you have your wild shapes back. Beery, you regained your channel divinity. I don't any other short rest features that you all have.
Got it. Back on the road.
I've never
Pack up
seen
the
it
tent.
tested.
Eat some rations.
Okay. Yeah. You all get yourselves together, and Drea pulls out a little device that has like a sun and a moon on it and a sort of dial moving back and forth. And they say, it's probably about 7:30 or so. So hopefully if we don't have any issues, we'll get to the temple right about 10:30. If we have another 3 hours of travel. And with that, unless there's anything else, you all set off.
let's get it.
Real quick, guys. I don't. You know, when I got kind of caught up doing the burial rites stuff. You know, I did kind of an investigation of that body we found in that bramble thing, and she Arl's symbol, like, kind of burned into her skin, over her heart, but it was like a frost brand. Like, it was really cold. It wasn't burned on. And I don't know. She had to have served Arl, I guess, to have that kind of brand, but
Oh, she did. I learned a few things about her when I was performing the burial rites. Her name was Neela Lunabond. She was an elf. She was a sister. She was a servant of Oriel.
I mean, so she looked
Does-
like what I've seen of Anga, like in kind of flashes of people's thoughts. She looks very much.
Bola
like
showed you an illusion long ago as well. Seems like long ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, they look very similar. Do you know who, like, do you think she was Anga's sister?
Checks out to me. I mean,
Why would Anga's sister serve Oral? It's like a... That doesn't make any sense to me.
We've got to wonder if I forgot. Gotta wonder if Arl has other powerful servants.
I mean, I'd bet money that old Ravison here serves Oral in some capacity. But we can find out the hard way.
Yep.
But yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up. The whole burial thing. I was just trying to, be as reverent as possible, but I didn't want to forget to mention this.
Drea speaks up. I would say with that Lightwalker that attacked you all when all those animals that were sent by Ravison attacked you, that Ravison probably does serve Orel.
Well, shit.
Let's get going. We can figure out more once you get to the temple, maybe.
Cool.
All right. And you all head back into the forest. Unless there's anything else you want to do. Good. Okay. You get back to it, bundling yourselves, readying yourselves against the frigid forest that you've been trotting through. And it doesn't take much effort for Drea to once more find the tracks of the moose, and Skywatcher to sort of triangulate where you all are from his time studying the maps. You travel for 45 minutes or so, and over the course of that time, the snow begins to fall, getting more intense, and a blizzard seems to descend over this forest. Snow starts to pile up. The howling winds of this blizzard limit the range of your hearing, the range of your vision. The flames that Drea and Skywatcher use keep blowing out over and over again. If not for Beery's light, you all might be lost with greater ease. Carrying on through this, the conditions sort of sinking in on you all. You find yourself walking through sort of a narrow path. And I'm going to just go ahead and need everyone to roll for initiative.
Sweet.
Oh boy. Good roll.
Are we doing just yell it out?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm putting you all back in the order we had previously discussed on this little map here. And let's take a look at these. Okay, great. We're doing it. All right. 30 to 20. Anyone in that range?
Here you got a 20.
20. Beery. 20 to 15.
15.
15. Corpse Grinder. 10 to 5.
Sorry, I got a 13.
You skipped us. That's
Oh,
hard.
sorry. 15 to 10.
Haha.
Yeah, I got it.
What'd you get, Skywatcher?
I got a 7. My
Ouchies.
bad rolling continues.
Jesse, will you roll for BB? Jesse, can you hear me?
14.
14, he said.
Cool. Sorry.
My bad.
No, you're
Forgot to
good.
unmute.
Got it first. Yes, yes, yes.
Excellent. Okay, and then all right. As you all are moving forward through this blizzard, there are 6 of us. Let's do this. Actually, I guess it makes sense it would be the first ones. Okay. Skywatcher. Yep. Drea. Nope. Actually, I guess it would have advantage. Yep. And okay. Here's what happens. You all are walking. This blizzard has descended on you. You're trotting forward. And out of the snow, you all see 3 Chwingas, and they all 3 raise their hands, and this like a stone is floating above it, and then it culminates into a snowball, and they all 3 throw snowballs right at Skywatcher, Drea, and Jasper. As these snowballs hit, you feel the impact of the stone within. And Skywatcher, you take 4 bludgeoning damage and 1 cold damage as it hits you in the face. Drea takes 4 bludgeoning damage and 1 cold damage. And Jasper, the one that throws it at you hits you right in the eye. He got a nat 20.
Wow.
You take, that would be 6 bludgeoning damage and 5 cold damage, and you are currently under the blinded condition.
Fuck.
Beery.
6 and 4? 6 and 5.
Yes.
6 and 5.
6 and 5. Beery, you are up first. That was the surprise round. You see that maybe around this bend, you see Jasper get hit in the face really hard with the snowball and sort of like raise his hands to his eyes. And it seems as though he's blinded. What would you like to do?
Oh, geez, blinded.
Oh, and I'll put you all back on the map. There we go.
Yeah. Let me see where I'm at.
You all have not seen the Chwingas be really aggressive like this so far. It's rather curious.
Okay. I'm all out of emboldening bond. That's a bummer.
Okay.
I suppose I will go up to Jasper and like grab him by the head and like look at his eye real close and like wipe a little dirt off the side of his cheek and cast Lesser Restoration.
Aww. Jasper, you immediately are not blinded.
Wow. Oh, what the fuck? Oh. Hey, Beery.
You okay?
Yeah, I guess so. Where? Well, I can't do anything yet.
Who threw that?
Intern.
Yes, lovely. And you see 3 of these little Chwingas. They all look to be like snowy, like either made of ice and snow, and on their head they all have this little pattern that looks like a variation of a snowflake. And there's a bit of an aurora that's like floating off their head. And once more, they all raise their hand, and these snowballs gather up. And they're going to throw them again. This time, they don't have advantage. Skywatcher, the one that's aiming towards you, you dodge your head. Drea does the same. 6, 4. Jasper. This one they rolled an 18 on the die, so that's going to hit you, bud. For 2 bludgeoning and 2 cold. And, yeah, the Chwingas sort of hop back a bit after they do that. And it's going to be Corpse Grinder's turn. Corpse Grinder, you see your fellow teammates being assaulted by snowballs.
Can I move to where the Chwingas can see me? Is that a good place, or maybe even here? And do the slap on ass emote, and I can't think of a line, so I'll just say, "Bet you can't hit me," and cast Viscous Mockery.
Yes. You cast Viscous Mockery.
On, I guess, the first one. Right there. In front of me.
Yeah, what's your insult?
The thing I just said.
Oh, yes. It fails. Roll your psychic damage.
4.
Oh, you insult it, and it grabs its head, and then just turns into snow, and it's seemingly killed by the insult.
Oh no, I didn't mean to do that though.
Killed it with an insult.
Insulted to death. Bonus action or movement?
I moved already. I guess. Can I use the slap on ass emote to give Jasper inspiration?
Yes, Jasper, you feel inspired.
So in that sequence, you smacked your ass 2 times. You're just like, psh, psh, and different effects are coming out of like your butt space.
One of them killed a man, or killed a creature, and the other
Made you feel
fills
good.
you with inspiration.
Yeah, nice.
And it's let me know whenever you use that inspiration.
For sure.
Cool. You move, action, bonus action. Cool.
That's
BB's
a
up.
D6, right?
We'll let you know whenever
it's a
you use it. Just
D8.
let us know when you use it.
Okay.
BB runs forward before Skywatcher draws his bow, and he's gonna fire an arrow at one of these Twingas. You little shits! I'm supposed to be the cute one. And he hits 13 on the dice, and he is going to do 8 damage. He fires the arrow straight through the thing's body, and as it hits, you see its body just fully turns to ice, and it's just this frozen little dead Chwinga that then starts to flake away in little bits of snow. He seems very satisfied with himself. Jasper, you're up.
Where's Needles? Is it my action to figure out what Needles is doing?
You look around, and Needles seems to be gone. The last you saw him, he was on Corpse Grinder's head, and you see after he spanks his behind and raises back up that Needles is no longer there.
Gotcha.
Whoops.
Okay. So taking that in, is this cover right here behind this tree, or is it just like could Jasper hide behind this tree and then shoot?
The one behind you, or you didn't do a little ping, so I don't know where you're talking about.
I drew it
Yeah,
down.
you could grab some cover behind there,
Okay. So Jasper is gonna run.
like over to there.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No, you're good.
Hide. Bonus action.
Roll a stealth check.
21.
Yep, you feel hidden.
Cool. With the long bow. 1 arrow. That's 24.
That will hit.
Cool. And that is sneak attack.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. 10 damage.
Yeah. How would you like to kill this thing?
I mean, Jasper is just... He disappears behind a tree, and then it just very plainly and simple, just an arrow, and then it explodes into snow.
Yep. Its body crumbles to snowflakes. And the threat seems to be gone.
Jasper is going to... everything about them is gone. Like, there's not, like, part of the face left.
As you go over to investigate, it would seem that every part of their being has reverted back into snow or ice.
Cool.
Didn't mean to. I don't think we should have killed them.
They had... did the snowflake look like Arl's snowflake?
Roll a quick perception check. We'll see if you notice that.
Can I use the bardic inspiration?
Yes, and as you do so, it feels stronger than ever. Roll a d8.
Wow.
+1.
And add 1 to whatever you roll.
Okay, so first it was 12. And then... Wow, 8 plus 1. That's
9, 21.
Yeah.
Before you shot that guy, you stopped and took a look, and it very much looked like just a variant of a similar snowflake that you had seen in the past as representing Aurel.
Okay. So I think those were not the same kind of Schwingas that we've been trying to find for Anga or for Danica. I think those are like bad guy Schwingas.
BB goes over and just kicks where the snow was, where it was.
I bet Oral has given Ravison some of his power too. Her power.
That's probably
We should be careful.
That's a pretty scary thought, Drea says. Okay, well, that sucked. I've never had to kill those things before, but
Yeah, I mean,
we
maybe we should use this lantern. Because it'll tell us where the bad ones are just as easily as it would tell us where the good ones are.
That's a good idea.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you go ahead and put some lantern oil in there?
Well, it was already half full when we got it, and I have not used it yet.
Okay, then
And
Drea comes over and does a little produce flame to help you light it.
cool.
And you light this lantern of elemental tracking. Lantern of tracking. I'm trying to get the footage on there. What is it? 6 hours on 1 pint of oil, so it's got 3 hours in it. 30-foot radius. Okay, it's good amount of light. 300 feet. Its flame turns bright green. I would say as soon as you light it, the flame turns green. It would appear there are elementals within 300 feet of you.
Do I not see needles still?
Roll another perception check.
Yeah, I would be feeling around for him on my head too.
Can I look out into the forest to see if I see any approaching elementals?
Natural.
Yes, roll a perception check.
Guidance.
Jasper, you've no clue where he went off to. Corpse Grinder, any luck?
Can I roll?
My
roll
eye
a
still
perception?
stings a little bit.
Yeah.
Ooh, 11.
Uh,
I don't feel him on my horns.
he's not on your horns, and you look around and you don't see like any little tracks of him or anything. It's rather curious. He doesn't appear to be around right now.
I've seen Schwingas just like disappear into thin air before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are very good at not being seen if they don't want to be.
Ah.
Well, if they're definitely around and it's within 300 feet, should I leave this on or should I turn it off to conserve oil and just kind of turn it on and off every once in a while?
You said that how much is left?
Yeah, it's 3
Well,
hours.
It's
3 hours.
Well, I have a few flasks of oil if we run out.
Cool. I'll just leave it on. I think you said that it had the hooded thing and the beacon thing, right?
Yeah,
The
you can do
bullseye?
bullseye with it if you'd like.
Okay, you're just gonna set it to hooded so that it kind of just does a small cone straight down, so it's not like shooting it out everywhere.
Okay, cool.
I was looking out into the forest and I got a 23.
Looking out into the forest, your range of vision right now is currently limited by the blizzard. But as you gaze, you think you see like a little pair of hands and the mask of needles peeking up over this log, and you look out and he ducks back down. As he looked at you, you could see that like the symbol on his face looked to have been different than what it was before. It looks more like a snowflake.
Uh-oh. I'll say this to the group.
I think I just saw Needles over there with a snowflake on his face. Her face, their face.
Well, that's weird. It wasn't like
I
that
don't want to
before.
have to kill him.
And Beery, as you're saying that, you just like instinctively raise your shield, and a snowball just hits it, not breaking your AC. And you see the little Schwinga ducking back down.
That wasn't very nice.
You call out into the wind.
Can I
Let's
recover
keep
that
moving.
arrow that I shot?
Yeah,
Cool.
easy enough.
Recovered.
Well, looks like our pace is being set for us. Let's get out of range. Get. Come on, guys. Get.
All right. You all carry on. Skywatcher, are you still taking the lead?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does anyone need any healing? Are you all okay? It looks like they were putting rocks in those snowballs.
Yeah, I mean,
could-
I took one to the noggin. I could use a little bit of healing.
Do you have any more of that holy water?
I used kind of all that I had left on the arrows for.
Here,
Banshee.
I still have 3 of those left.
I'll hand him a
Nice.
water skin.
Okay. We'll say that you had to use one of those for the burial ceremony, or had you marked that down?
I marked that down already, yeah.
Okay, cool. You can roll 2d4 and add 4 to it as Beery administers to you the healing.
Wow. Okay.
You see a few of the carvings in her staff give off this faint green luminescence while you drink the potion after she hands it to you.
Cool.
Wow, I got 10 healing.
How are you looking after that?
I'm down 1.
Okay. And I'd say, Beery, go ahead and mark off that water skin.
I did, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Skywatcher, how are you feeling? Drea says.
I'm healing myself right now.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes, we do that in private. I get it.
Is my spell casting modifier just wisdom, or is there something else that I'm missing? Oh wait.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Okay. Yeah.
So it would be your wisdom mod specifically. So that being the case, you all get on your way, trying to avoid a few other snowballs fly after you, but are avoided or dodged or are out of the range
Is it
as
still
you.
blizzarding?
It does go on for another half an hour or so, and then it seems to calm down.
Okay.
All right. So you get back to your travels. At this point, you all have traveled 8 hours and are carrying on. I need everyone to give me a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Pass.
14.
I passed.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's 4.
Okay.
I'll use my inspiration.
All right.
And I'll
Roll
use
for BB
another
and got
dice.
10. Exactly.
10 exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You guys are all feeling this chill despite being bundled up, being outdoors like this for, it's right now, it's like almost 12 hours you guys have been outside. It is taking its toll. But nonetheless, you carry on. Toot, toot, boop, boop, boop. So this will be. Okay.
Elliot, I sent you a message.
Okay. Oh, in the future, when I do these, I I guess part of this, it's not just the cold, it is also just the weariness of being on the road. Corpse Grinder and Skywatcher, you all have an inherent resistance to this weather, but the exhaustion that you all might be moving towards is just coming from nonstop travel through this dense and complicated forest. Okay, so you all carry on another 30 minutes or so. And 1 second. As you all round a corner, you see the tracks of a bear. They are bloody tracks. And off of the path that you're on, about 50 feet away, you see a deceased brown bear, the same one you all encountered earlier this day. And beyond it, sort of sniffing at its body, a smaller but still adult bear and 2 little baby bears. And yeah, I'm just going to show you all this scene real quick in roll 20 that you all are coming upon. Do you all want to do anything? Try to sneak past? Try to interact?
Jasper will crouch and take and will hide. And
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Where did my purple die go?
Skywatcher,
disappeared.
Corpse Grinder, Beery, what are you all doing?
Skywatcher, do you have any interest in interacting with these guys?
23, by the way.
Bears.
You disappear.
Don't have any particular interest. I don't care.
Let's see if we can sneak past.
Okay. If you're trying to sneak past, roll me some stealth checks.
Yeah, I'll join that party.
Before you all do this, Drea cast a quick spell, seeing that you all are just trying to sneak past, and this just like wave of darkness and shadow passes off of her, and everyone can add +10 to this roll as she casts Pass Without a Trace.
Did she cast that
+10?
after I hid?
+10. That's what the spell does. We'll just add it to what you already did, Jasper.
Cool.
Who rolled that natty 1?
Your boy.
Are you sticking with that?
No, I have inspiration, huh? For the sesh.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use that.
Okay.
27.
Skywatcher, what'd you get?
Got 29.
Damn.
Beery?
28, and that's with disadvantage from my armor.
Great. And then we'll
Oh,
do
16.
one last for BB. Can you go and roll for BB? Drea got like a 32.
31 for BB.
Okay. None the wiser, the mama bear sort of going over and sniffing at the other dead bear, the 2 little baby bears seemingly crying over its dead body. You all silently move on deeper into the forest.
Wonder if those were sentient bears back there.
We'll never know.
I don't think there's much we could have done for them.
Yeah, I'm not used to thinking that animals might be thinking about anything.
Well, I mean, you can talk. You could have talked to him, right?
That's a good point. Yeah, I always forget about that.
I mean, I would too. You know, talking to animals.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
Today is not the day that Skywatcher starts grief counseling bears. Okay. You all continue on with your travels from there. You all are edging in.
Edging.
You're just edging, yeah, towards the sort of schedule that we had discussed that you all were traveling. It ends up being about 9:30 or so, and you're like, okay, oh, this is the last hour. Here we are. We're doing it. And
You can do it, everyone. I believe in you.
yes. As we enter our 9th hour, I need everyone to once more give me a DC 11 Constitution save.
Oh no.
Oh, I rolled a D10 for some reason.
14.
Okay.
15.
15.
Okay.
5.
5 for Beery.
Yep.
Beery, you're feeling it. You have not done this much traveling in a long time. Not since you basically made your way to Bryn Jander.
Mm-hmm.
You now have disadvantage on skill checks until you rid yourself of this level of exhaustion.
Okay.
How did BB do?
BB got a 12.
Drea got a 15. Okay. I guess I should roll for Tilda, too. Tilda's doing well. Tilda's made for this. All right. Here we are. Carrying on, as you all move silently for some time, Drea keeps up, Pass Without a Trace. You all leave no tracks behind. You all, still stealthy, come across a little scene. You see ahead of you, about 20 feet or so down this path, a fox that seems to just be taunting and pursuing this hare. Like the hare tries to go another way and the fox jumps in front of it. And the fox is saying, "Come here, I'm going to get you." And the hare is being like, "Oh gosh, oh, please just let me go." And neither of them seem to have noticed the whole party yet. Do you all do anything?
Did we hear the
Jasper
fox
hides.
talking, or just
You heard
Just
you
the
heard
hare, sorry.
both of them speaking
Okay.
common. Yeah.
This seems like we could probably get some information.
Is it 23 to hide?
You're already hidden. You guys are good.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
carrying the stealth checks from earlier.
Cool.
They have not noticed you all yet. It's just sort of, do you all do anything or do you just let this play out?
Do you guys think we should try and do something? We
How
could
far
probably
away
get
are they?
information from one or both of them.
Oh, I will show you all on the map. Boop, 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 boop.
It's safe to assume that any awakened animal around here probably serves Ravison, right?
Or Anga, Drea says.
Yeah, these are the same woods we met Willie in.
Wally.
Wally,
It's okay.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
I'm not getting old, Drea. Stop.
I know, you're fine. It's okay. I wasn't going to say it.
Okay. Hang on.
Okay, as you all are sort of debating, you all see the fox jump, land on the hare, grab its neck, and just snap it and break it.
Oh, I was checking the range on my weapon. Okay.
And he begins to eat the hare.
Right on.
And then sort of looks around and then grabs it and starts to like back up, seemingly taking it away to his lair.
I'm conflicted. Is this the natural cycle of things anymore?
I think it is. It's just life. The circle of life.
I'll take the druid's word for it.
Okay. You all go past this and carry on your travels. After another 15 minutes or so of travel, you come across a pretty grisly scene. Just on the path, you see what looks to be several dead human hunters. Three of them are there. Two of them look like they had their faces entirely stomped in by a large hoof. Their weapons on the ground next to them are broken. Their clothing is battered and ripped apart. They are frozen. And the one man that, instead of his face being caved in, you can see his chest has this look of horror permanently frozen on his face. As it would seem, you all are. I guess what do you all do as you come across these frozen dead bodies? You feel that you're about Skywatcher. You're like, we're so close to the temple.
Do these look like moose hooves?
Yes. I'm not even going to make you roll.
Cool. Well, do they have any jewelry or anything that I can take from them that a moose wouldn't have already taken?
Loot the bodies. Okay, Jasper goes up and starts looking the bodies over. Yeah, roll me a perception check.
7.
I was thinking of doing that too. Can I roll too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just window shopping. Perception is 12. So not much better.
Yeah. So on the bodies, you find their broken weapons. At one point, they may have been, worthy of some value, but they're all pretty shattered and fucked up now. Their clothes are very much ripped, but you do find on all three of them very small coin pouches. One of them has 1 gold and 5 silver. Another has 1 gold and 10 silver. And one dude has 10 silver and 20 copper.
While they're doing that, can I sniff the hoof prints and then sniff the wind, looking around for moose scent?
Yes.
Cool. Sniffing so that I have advantage to cancel out the disadvantage from exhaustion.
Okay.
24.
Nice.
The smell on these men is in the air, and Skywatcher and Drea both look to the path, and it's going in the same direction. You can see tracks leading from here. The tracks are bloody for a while until it seems like the blood sort of got wiped off by the snow and fade off into the darkness.
The direction that we were traveling.
The direction you're going.
Okay.
And yeah, Skywatcher and your mental map of this place, it's probably like 15 more minutes and you guys are going to be there.
You guys think this is a good place to set a trap?
Yeah, we're pretty close now. I think the temple
You don't think we should try and see the actual temple first? At least get a view on it? I can keep making us stealthy as we approach it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would probably be best if we got off of the path, and kind of went alongside the path and tried to, hide until we get there, just so we're not like walking down the road up to the temple.
We don't want to meet the same fate as these guys.
For sure.
Don't we want to draw the moose out? So we take care of that, and then we take care of Ravison? Not both of them at the same time?
Well, first things first. We're going to get there. We'll set up a tent somewhere out in the woods where no one will see us, and then we'll do a little bit of scoping. We'll get a good view of what's going on in the temple, outside the temple, and then we'll set that trap, lure the moose out, take care of the moose, and then we go confront Ravison.
You don't think that time to do that stuff is right now at this place? you want to go further in?
We could set up the tent here.
I'd like to see the temple only because if something comes out and we have a chance to take care of it outside rather than inside of the temple, that might be a good idea. Just because I feel like temples probably have a bunch of weird stuff that goes on in there. We don't have to fight them in a hallway or tight room or something.
It's a good idea. Having
All
a
right.
visual.
I mean, it's just time. That's really the only thing that we're spending here. So it's whatever you all want to do.
I think it makes sense to get a little bit closer.
Let's
Cool.
do it.
Plus, we could set up the tent and then set up the trap somewhere we can see it, but not right next to the tent, you know?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. But all right, let's go further in and do it.
Okay. You all carry on your travels then, yeah?
Yes.
All right. And we're going to take our break for the evening right now.
Cool.
We'll meet back up in 15 minutes. Bryce, if you want to pause the stream or put up a whatever.
I will.
BRB, folks.
Yeah.
Bing bong. Yeah. Come on here.
got my booster today, and my body was sore from working out on Saturday. So yesterday, I am so much more sore now after I got my shot. My body hurts so bad right now, and it's like all of my sore muscles that hurt. It's weird.
It'll probably go away in a day or so, huh?
I mean, it normally does, but it's like I don't know. I mean, I think I'm just searching for a reason as to why my body hurts more. But yeah, Howie.
We need to think of a way to capture Chwingas in case we come across any of these evil ones again. We could take those back to Danica and not feel bad about it.
Maybe we could get Rodolfo to make us a Ghostbusters gun. And we could set them up.
That would be cool. Still have a summoning flare for him.
Yeah. And I have a credit.
Nice.
So that might be cool. I might give him a poison and see if he can do something cool with it. But also, if I'm gonna start getting into using poisons, I might get that syringe dagger from him because that's really dope. Or like maybe ask him to make like a rapier that does the same thing because it makes it harder for them to resist the poison if I inject it into their body.
That'd be a pretty cool guy.
Sneak attack somebody and just inject a shitload of poison into them.
Once we take care of things here in Lonelywood, we got to get back on this murder hunt because we're like halfway through the month.
Yeah.
At this point,
I feel like finding the caravan should probably be the next big thing we do.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask Treya if they saw the caravan come through Bryn Shander, because if not, we know it's on the eastern side of 10 Towns, at least.
Cool. We might be able to track them. Because I
also want to check on Tilna.
Yeah.
She's staying with my neighbor, who I don't really trust that much. He's like, I don't know. I won't say too much.
Well, yeah, I mean, we got a bunch of stuff to do. Next time we run through Tourmaline, we got to drop some money off of those kids. And we need to check on the spider in the mine so it doesn't turn on us the next time we go in there. Corpse Grinder can go see his little baby. His first baby.
Do you think asking Speaker Huddle? We've asked other speakers about the caravan, right? That's not
Yeah.
getting law enforcement involved and breaking the terms of our agreement.
I feel like out of all the speakers, Nimsy's probably the least official or least
Yeah.
government official police type person that we could ask.
Yeah, the most libertarian, probably.
Yeah. But
If you want a government official to keep a secret,
kill them.
and men tell no tales.
I was thinking about it, and with Bash gone now, if we have another one of those dreams, will it be down a person? And if somebody asks another question other than the one that they're supposed to ask, then we might not know.
Okay. I don't know if this is metagaming or not, but Vernus is one of the people in the caravan, and that comes from the word for winter, vernal. So, like, I think it's him.
You could roll to see if Beery would know that, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But
Roll for Latin.
exactly. I don't know if Latin's a thing in this world or like.
I'm sure etymology is.
Yeah. Words got to come from somewhere. That's who my money's on.
Interesting.
Also, from our dreams, we've seen two figures that have not appeared yet: a gnome on a direwolf and a Goliath on a griffin.
Corpse Grinder and I know who the gnome is.
Oh, wait.
And yeah.
Ebola.
Yeah. It's a little guy with a big wolf.
Little guy, big wolf.
Yeah. Bryce likes Bola a lot.
Jesse likes Bola too. We played one session. I played one session with Bola in some other DM's campaign.
back.
Great.
We're heading off from these dead bodies.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Should we
right.
burn these so they don't come back as some white things?
Well, they're not sacrifices, Drea says. I don't know if that's the only thing that makes those, but
Yep, I don't know how any of this works. They're dead.
Making
so-
a fire might not be a great idea right now. Anyway,
Maybe
Yeah.
we just break the legs.
Drea looks
You
over.
could say a prayer over them.
All the legs are pretty broken, it looks like. Yeah, go ahead, Beery, please.
Yeah, I'll just kneel down and say a prayer of no mechanical significance. But just
Roll a religion check. I'll tell you how mechanically significant it is.
touche. Can I guide myself for this?
Yeah, you can, because you're literally saying a prayer of guidance. So yes,
I have disadvantage though.
you do.
Yodo.
Actually,
That's
I think Drea is joining you on this, so you can just take it a normal roll.
okay. I'm gonna roll once more then. Oh, I got a natural 19 with a 4 on the guidance. What is this religion?
Yeah.
2, 25. I did that wrong. No, I didn't. 25.
You hold your holy symbol aloft. Drea does the same. And you start uttering a prayer, the same sort of ceremonial burial. How is that? Why is that so hard for me to say? The same sort of ceremonial rites that you put over the Banshee and Belissa. And as you complete the prayer, something leaves you and sinks into them. And you feel rest assured that these men's souls have passed on into whatever sort of afterlife or cycle they are to be a part of. They're no longer of this plane. Cool beans?
Absolutely. Thank you.
And as you finish the prayer, you all continue your travel. It is an easy 15 minutes. You all actually do start to go a bit more uphill than you have been before. But eventually you cross a threshold of forest and you see you're in a bit of a clearing. There are trees, but they are much more spread out from one another. Especially compared to the dense forest you all have been traveling through for the past day. The darkness of this remote location is held at bay by your lights, and above you in the sky, the aurora has begun to sparkle into place, as well as the light of the waxing moon. The air is frigid, but in this clearing, the snowfall seems to lessen. The night is quiet as you look out over what seems to be the elven temple you all have been seeking. Before you appears to be a bit of a stone gazebo, and further from that, some sort of ramp leading up to a rampart. All of this is a bit, though, out of your range of light and vision. The silence of this darkness is broken, though, by the beating of wings flying overhead, landing 15 feet away from you all. You see an armored flying beast of some sort with the face of a bird and the body of a lion standing before you. And I would say probably dismounting from this griffin, you see an armored Goliath stepping off. Standing a little over 7 feet tall, wearing splint armor that has a bluish color to it, and a barboot helm covering most of his face. He has a backpack with several weapons attached to it, axes, a very large bow, some daggers on his hips, a ginormous hammer that is at his side. Basically, he looks like a walking armory. The breastplate of the armor and the helm each have a strange symbol that appear to have burned or branded on. The hammer sort of... wait, am I repeating this thing? The hammer resembles an oversized mallet that a blacksmith might use, with a dark metal head and a dark wood handle. He wears a small covering over his face that looks to be of animal skins that he lowers as he dismounts. You see that his breeches are held up by a belt buckle that appears to have an insect in amber attached to it. And on the belt buckle, you see a little chwinga sitting and watching. It wears a dress made out of hay. And yeah, I guess I'd like to welcome Kevin to this D&D group here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, Kevin.
Surprise.
Yes.
Surprise! And if you all want to go ahead and go to the map that I'm going to put you on, you all are here outside the elven tomb that you seek. Let me send some quick artwork for all y'all.
Wow.
Wow. Characters. Here we go. Goroth. This is him. Boom, boom. Forge hand, sorry. And Kevin, before your character, there's a party that matches the descriptions you were given just a day ago, as well as a few extra. You see a centaur, 7 foot from hoof to head. His thick parts are like a Clydesdale horse. His fur is a sharp white. He has long flowing hair. His humanoid portions look to you a lot like a Goliath. Dark gray skin, uncovered with white markings that cover much of his torso, arms, and neck in a symmetrical pattern. The central piece is a large stylized diamond shape on his chest. The patterns cover, it looks like, most of his limbs, his neck, up onto his head. He wears an emerald cloak and leather armor on both his humanoid and equine body. He bears a handsome face with glowing blue eyes. He also wears a red amulet on a cord around his neck, bears a staff in the shape of a snake. And in a movie, he would be played by Jason Momoa. I can't remember. Who did you say would be playing your dude?
Me?
Yeah,
Joe Manganiello.
Joe Manganiello. A bald and beardless Joe Manganiello. You also see, and here, I'll send you, sorry, let me send the artwork real quick. PC art. This is the centaur I described. It's over in WhatsApp. You also see a Loxodon mammoth woman covered in dark brown wool, wearing a stern expression. Her deep brown eyes lie behind a face sunken with worry. She has age creases around her trunk. She stands 7'1", wears a thick violet coat lined with reindeer fur, a tall white hat that fails to contain her dreadlocks, and is held to her dome by her goggles. She wears leather boots and gloves lined with fur. Draped over one shoulder and across her chest is a big leather satchel. She has a wooden shield strapped to one of her arms, and she's holding a staff that looks to be carved of wood and covered in various animals. In a movie, she would be played by Viola Davis, although she'd mostly be CGI. In addition, you see a horned red-skinned tiefling with spiral horns, long black hair, a black leather jacket with an unbuttoned denim vest over it, sturdy dark brown pants, some kind of shin covering made of spikes and spiked leather wristbands, black boots, and he bears a trimmed goatee and wields an intricate-looking musical instrument. It has 2 wings on the end, like a flying V guitar, and it's painted bright orange. It looks mechanically complicated, and what would all of us outside the game, it looks like there's like a speaker that's built into it in the V-neck portion, and one of the strings on this instrument gives off a faint purple glow. In the movie, he would be played by Kevin Bacon. Beside them, you see a human man about 5'9" in a very heavy, long black fur coat with the hood up. The coat is clipped at the neck, and chest, but opens at the stomach to allow access for hand crossbows and a rapier on his hips. Inside the hood, you see an off-white balaclava with. Well, are you wearing your balaclava right now?
No.
Okay. But I'm going to send this artwork. Boom. They have on some dark gloves, though, thick woolen pants, a bandolier with a number of blades over it, a large brown leather backpack that has some straps attached to him. And in the movie, he would be played by T-Pain. In addition, you also see a bundled and armored halfling sitting on the back of a lynx. Hold on, let me just. Oh boy, where is it? Where are you? Sorry, I should have made this easier for myself. Oh, there it is. Oh boy. Sorry. Cool. There's this. In addition, you see a bundled and armored halfling sitting on the back of a lynx. In the movie, they would be played by Elliot Page. And you also see a bundled, armored, and cloaked goblin. In the movie, he would have an unknown child voice actor and mostly be CGI. It strikes all of the members of Equinox immediately that this looks like the figure you saw in your collective training battle dream just a couple nights ago. What do you all do? Who speaks first?
Hello, friend. I hope. Who are you?
You're here to help, right?
Yeah, I'm intending to be friendly. I was told to meet a group of people, and you guys seem to fit the descriptions.
Who told you to come here?
I'm from the Akhenathi tribe up in the mountains, and our Skywatcher sent me on a mission and told me to meet a group that calls itself Equinox. Is that you guys?
You know Skywatcher?
I don't think he's talking about me.
It's Star Watcher.
No, I'm Skywatcher.
I'm talking about the spiritual leader of the tribe that it's like a position called the Skywatcher.
Okay. Cool. Well, hey, we got one of those too.
Yeah, indeed. I was informed there would be a Goliath of the Thunlaka tribe. Are you the Skywatcher for your tribe?
I'm not anymore, really, I suppose. But it's a long story.
But you're just keeping the name anyway. Okay.
I mean, yeah. I am technically the Skywatcher, but I obviously am not with my tribe.
I'm sure this won't be confusing at all.
I'm also, as you might have noticed, not currently a Goliath.
Yes, that's also confusing. I'm sure there's a story behind that too.
Indeed, there is.
The halfling speaks up and says, hi, I'm Drea. Do you have a name?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. My name is Garoth Forgehand.
Oh.
You can just call me Forgehand.
Okay. I'm Drea. And then the little armored goblin steps forward and says, I'm Baby!
You can call me Corpse Grinder.
I'm Beery.
Yeah. My name's
just
Jasper.
nodding and waving at everyone. Nice to meet you all.
So, why did your Skywatcher send you here? What do you need from us?
Well,
Comments, questions?
because we've been losing members of our tribe to these animals that are talking for some reason. It's that they've become even more of a threat, and I was sent to eliminate it.
Well, we're here about those same talking animals, I think.
Yeah, we're looking for a druid named Ravison and some giant moose.
Yes, I was told about Ravison, and you said a giant moose.
Yeah, it's been killing people.
Yeah,
Well-
I don't know if it's a real moose, but it's a moose. Also, what do you know about Ravison? Because she's probably not a good person.
Hey, do you all want to maybe find some shelter and talk about this in the safety of a dome or
wanted to-
something?
We wanted to see the temple. We wanted to be within sight of the temple.
Is there a tree
Okay.
line? How far away is?
Yeah, you guys can back up to the tree line. If you guys all want to roll stealth checks, you guys can attempt to hide in the bit of a tree
Oh
line.
no! What?
Here we go. Disadvantage.
Do we still have that thing from Drea? Pass
Uh,
without trace.
I will say the pass without trace is fading right as you all do this, so everyone can add plus 10 for right now.
Wow.
8.
21.
18.
20.
24.
24.
Okay. You all move a bit into the forest line, and for the time being, I'm going to take you off the map as you can see the temple a little bit, but yeah, you guys aren't out in the open of that clearing.
As we are walking, Jasper is going to walk behind 4chan and just.
It's like a 30-foot walk, just so you're clear.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
you guys aren't going very far.
Eyeball him real quick. And see if he says anything weird. Or
Okay.
recognizable.
What are you looking for, I guess?
Any sort
More?
of symbols or anything that we would notice either from like the slideshow we got on the way in, or just trying to see if Jasper would recognize any sort of affiliation with.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Did you say he's got a holy symbol
18.
or a symbol of some sort on his shield? Did I imagine that?
Nope. He has okay, here we go. The breastplate and helm each have a strange symbol on them that appear to have been burned or branded on. It looks to be in a language none of you all recognize, save for Skywatcher.
Okay.
Skywatcher, you see that these runes on his armor and helm are in giant. Can you tell us what they say, Kevin?
He thinks his mic is messed up.
Can you?
Uh-oh.
I can hear
I
you.
can hear you, bud.
I'm talking now. All right. I was trying
Yeah.
to say something and I couldn't see if I couldn't see it coming up on Zoom. All right. Yeah, I was trying to give that description.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Same thing I said. Breastplate
those?
and helm each have a strange symbol that appear to have been branded or burned it onto them. Burned it.
What do those runes do?
These just correspond with some powers that I was granted recently. I have some powers of the giants.
That's cool.
Huh. That's cool. Smashing.
Yeah.
So, what did your
well-
Skywatcher tell you? Drea says.
Jasper's
anything-
setting the tent up.
In particular, that's helpful?
I was just told to meet a group of people who were sent by other forces. I was just to meet the group in this forest, and that we would be hunting down Ravison. I wasn't given any mission specifics, if that's what you're looking for.
Besides hunting down Ravison.
Correct. And I wasn't told anything about a moose, but I did see a moose fairly recently.
Was it a large white moose?
It was the biggest fucking moose that I've ever seen. And fortunately, it didn't.
What's your language, sir? Excuse me.
Jasper kind of shakes his
Oh.
head. And it's like, yeah. So the moose. I mean, how many moose
bad.
have you seen? I guess
Just that one.
ever.
How
Oh, just one in. I assume I've seen somewhere.
Yeah, you seem moose in the
Yeah.
okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
I was just trying.
I've just.
Jasper's trying to gauge the relativity of the biggest moose you've ever seen. If it was the only moose you'd ever seen, then Jasper doesn't know because he hasn't seen a moose before.
Yeah, I was. We were fortunate enough to not be seen.
how recently did you see it? Like 5 minutes or a couple
Oh,
days?
I forget the timeline, Elliot. How long ago
Several.
was that?
It's been 4 or 5 hours.
It was a while ago. It was like 5 hours ago. But it didn't look friendly.
Our plan was to set a trap for it. Do you think it's? Where do you think it is? Where did you see it? Far away from here?
It was about a 5-hour flight away from here, so it was quite far away.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and you all see that following behind him is this extremely large armored griffin that is just sort of sticking by his side and just sort of like turning its head as birds do to just like keep you all in its vision.
Drea, is there any place around here that looks like it has been traveled many times by the moose? Do you want to try to maybe look for that with me real quick and find a place for this trap?
I mean, honestly, the path that we were on, he had been on there back and forth several times. So if there were to be one, it'd probably be that. That's the tracks from the dead hunters we found led to there.
Well,
Maybe just right at the mouth of the path, where the path leads out into this clearing then?
yeah, we could probably cover it up, maybe camouflage it a bit, and then sit and wait for the moose to come.
Are we trying to take this moose on tonight? Or...
I mean, I don't know. If we're
I
going to
think
set the trap.
the most that we should do is go take a look and rest. We're lucky Corpse Grinder, that charm that he got from the Chwinga last night, could provide us a warm, safe shelter we could sleep in.
That would be nice.
I definitely know I'm not at full ability right now.
Sure. Well, yeah, I mean, I can hide out here and take watch or something, or, if you want to, we can figure that out. But I'm fine with just hanging out tonight.
Well, why don't you all scope out the inside? Perhaps Skywatcher could be a little bug on your shoulder as you all stealth your way in.
Okay.
I still have my sending stone, Drea, so if anything goes wrong, you can just send me a message and we'll be right there.
Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into it, but I'm very willing to take a look.
At least around the outside, maybe.
Skywatcher, you want to be a little bug and come with us?
I suppose that makes sense to do, yeah.
And I'll turn into something. I don't know,
And then-
just like a beetle or something.
Okay, yeah. You do that. Do you climb on Drea or Jasper?
I will climb on Jasper's shoulder.
Excellent. Okay.
This is
happens.
not the first time that you have scared the shit out of Jasper by changing into something creepy and crawly and then just showing up on his body.
Yeah, it's like you felt a hand on your back, and then you willed your body to be in this beetle form right where your hand was. So you feel a hand, and then you look, and it turns into this small, white little snowflake-covered beetle.
God, oh, at least thank you for not picking Spider this time.
Yeah, so as you all do this, Drea casts her last Pass Without Trace, and you all begin to sort of check out this area.
Okay. Stealth
What do I
roll.
want to do? Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
28.
28. That's pretty good. I'm gonna grab these people. Move them down here. Okay. Yeah. And Skywatcher, I'm gonna just let you use Jasper's stealth since you're just a bug on his body. And the three of you all dip off, and I will say so. It's Corpse Grinder, BB, Beery, and Forge Hand all left.
He's keeping a trunk nose out.
Just
for
sniffing.
danger. Yeah, and just making
Okay.
sure nobody comes and sneaks up on us.
Jasper's kind of set up a little bit of a tent. Are you all in that or near it, or what's your all situation?
I want to set up my zap trap on the path.
Okay, easy enough. You do that. Are you trying to cover it up as well, or just leave it out in the open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disguise it with.
Roll me a quick deception check.
Ooh, good. It was almost a 2, but it's a 17.
Excellent. Okay, you set this trap and cover it up and rejoin your allies. So yeah, we'll cut back to Jasper and Drea and them in a minute. For the time being, you guys have a few moments. If there's anything you want to discuss or do while you're waiting,
Just start getting some food out for Uber to eat.
okay. Yeah, you. He immediately eats anything you put in your hand and put near his beak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uber Eats.
Yes.
Good one.
And yet you see, Drea is riding on this large lynx, and they're kind of like, so you rode him here from the mountains?
Oh yeah, this guy's a trooper. And I pat him on the head, pat him on the neck. He got me from the mountains to here in just a single day.
Oh wow.
He is, how you say, badass.
Did you all encounter any issues on the way?
Yeah, we flew over some berserker guys that looked like they had gone mad. They were throwing these weird spears at us. I was told they were cursed. I forget what they're called. But we sort of just flew away from them and left them alone. But then we ended up getting caught in the forest a little ways back and had to fight off some wolves that meant to make a meal out of us.
Were they
to do that
talking
too.
wolves?
They were talking wolves, and as it turns out, Uber made a snack out of them.
Huh. So you're Akhenathi. That's over in Sky Tower Shelter, isn't that what you all call that area?
Indeed.
Yeah, you all don't take too kindly to strangers. I tried to make my way up there one time and I was sent home.
Yeah. I don't have anything to say about that.
How,
Yeah, that
how far
is
away?
accurate.
How far away is that? Is it strange that Ravisson's power stretches that far?
It's certainly unsettling.
They're over in the spine of the world. You would have had to have passed through those mountains to get here from Hundlestone. It kind of lines the south of the whole dale, so...
Ah, so if Ravisson's a problem that far out, I wonder how far her influence spreads in other directions.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Do you follow any sort of gods, Forgehand?
My tribe does. I don't. Not very diligent, and I also don't know how to pronounce them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Whatever those two were.
1 second.
Don't worry. Forgehand
I'm not-
knows how to pronounce it.
Yeah, he
Exactly.
definitely
Exactly.
does.
I'm not what you would call devout, but they ended up choosing me for this mission.
You follow Manathok and Thalea. Those are the ones that your tribe tends to follow.
All right.
Interesting. Well, I'm a follower of Sylvanus. Beery here is a follower of Eldath. I'm not sure about Skywatcher. Our Skywatcher, I mean, not yours. I think Jasper's getting more and more familiar with Timora these days, the goddess of luck. So, just trying to put the pieces together.
Seems like there are a lot of forces that are all targeting Ravison. Must be quite the problem.
Yeah, I think she's a symptom, maybe. A lot of this seems to trace back to Auril. She's also known as the Frostmaiden, we think. She's and Drea looks up and points at the sky. I'm pretty sure that she's doing this, the Aurora, every night. And she seems to be no end of trouble in this region.
Yeah, I've certainly noticed.
Okay. Well, I guess we can cut back real quick to our stealth group.
Stealth group.
Bryce,
Yes.
you were on this map. Skywatcher, I'm just going to move you off since you're not going to be really moving around unless you leave Jasper. I would just ask that as you sort of explore this region, you just click your character's icon and use the arrows to just sort of move a space at a time, if you will.
Okay.
Oh, you can do that?
Oh, yeah.
That's very cool. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, yeah, for
It
sure.
makes sense.
They're little pieces.
Okay.
So you guys are starting in this top corner, and you see ahead of you this sort of stairway that leads up to some sort of higher structure, and then over here, this kind of looks from where you are like a gazebo to some degree. What would you like to do?
How elevated is this?
10 feet.
Okay.
Hey, Elliot.
Hey, bud.
I can't see anything.
Okay, then I'm just going to put your icon up here.
Okay.
What do you do first?
Jasper will connect with Drea.
Okay.
And we'll say, hey, I'm gonna,
There's no I. We should go places together. Don't break apart.
I don't want to break apart, but I think that we should check out this gazebo just to clear it before it gets behind us.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
And you all make your approach.
And that was, Kevin, that was telepathic.
Yes. Okay, you all approach this. You see a stone gazebo, and in the middle of this gazebo sits an unlit stone brazier. The bowl looks to be nearly 2 feet across, and as you sort of, go up these steps and look around, the brazier is full of snow and pine needles. The winds seem to have swept from into this bowl.
Is there anything under that stuff that we could see what is burned in there? Like ashes or some type of bone?
You can see that it's full of snow and pine needles. Are you going to start digging around?
Well, how deep is it? You said it's 2 feet across.
Probably about a foot deep.
Do you think we should even mess with this or just go around?
Let's just keep looking.
Okay. Can we see this from the gazebo?
Yeah, sure.
I'd
say so.
What does it look like?
It looks like a carved statue. From there, you cannot make out any details, though.
Okay, cool. You're just gonna follow it.
Okay, yeah. Where to next? Up here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's roll another stealth check.
Oh man. Still pass without a trace. 24.
Okay, Drea rolled bad, but with pass without a trace, 25.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
Oh, I got you. Okay, and you all just move silently through this night. You have your goggles on, and you see Drea also has a pair. Hers have a little owl wing and owl nose, and they sort of light up green.
That's cool.
And yeah, you all come up to this area and spy around. And I guess we can kick it back to the tent folks. Do you all continue to discuss anything? Any more questions? Any more you seek to know?
So should I have the ability to create, I have a cube of demonstration. I can create an illusion and maybe some sound to go with it to maybe draw the moose to the trap. Do you think that's a good idea? Or if you said you saw it 5 hours away, it's 5 hours ago, very far away. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think we should wait for them to get back. I also realized earlier I had Drea in 2 places, so that's on me. Didn't even think about that. Whoops.
Yeah, wait till they get back, but...
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a good idea. Maybe that'll work.
But like before we go to bed or not? or after?
Well, if you draw it over and it gets stuck in the trap, we're gonna have to fight it, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I think some
I'm
of the
pretty-
magic people were saying that they're feeling pretty weak.
all right. I guess we can talk about it with them when they get back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty wiped. I have a few spells left, but not my inherent abilities.
Do you cast spells, Forge Hand? The little goblin says.
I might have to go grab a different headset. This one
We can hear you.
flaking out on me. Yeah, well, that's because 20 seconds ago nothing was coming through when I was talking.
Oh.
Yeah, this one keeps flaking out. All right. Next time it happens, I'll go get another one.
Cool. Do you cast spells?
No, I do not.
Okay. Uber, as you guys have been sitting here, has gone from like sitting to now laying down, and seems like he's like fighting, staying conscious. He seems like he's ready to just end his day after flying for quite some time. Just so you know. You all see this griffin getting tired and doing the sleepy eyes like cats do.
All right, I'll just walk over and say, "All right, you got me here. We got it. From this point on, you can go to sleep now."
Honk! He sort of
honks.
he sort of chirps. He chirps a little bit and coos, and then just lays his head down and starts going to sleep. Okay. Well, if there's no further discussion,
Yeah, we should probably sleep on it before we attract the moose.
Sounds like a good plan.
as you all walk up there, Drea and Jasper, atop this eastern berm, a granite sarcophagus rests in a half circle defined by 5 crystal pillars. Clearing, nope, boop, boop, boop. You all didn't do that. You noticed that sarcophagus up there. That's what you're standing right next to, Jasper.
Okay. Well, I was gonna ask if this thing in front of me had any writing on it.
Do you start wiping off any of the snow that is covering the lid?
No. He was gonna look at the sides of it and see if there's anything on the side that would indicate.
It is
What it is.
smooth stone. But go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. 12.
You notice, so I said it was flanked by these pillars. A carving near the top of each pillar from north to south depicts an image of a twig, another a pine cone, a third flame, a fourth a feather, and the fifth a humanoid hand.
Does the...
Those are on the pillars.
Okay.
Drea comes over and sort of just like rubs their hand over the lid and wipes away some snow. And on the lid, you see an engraving of a brazier. And it sort of reminds you of the brazier you just saw over in the gazebo. Well, this is weird.
Didn't Bash was one of his symbols a hand, or is that something else?
Yeah, he followed Millar, and the symbol for him is like literally a ripped off bear paw. This looks like a human hand, though.
Okay.
Bit weird that there's a sarcophagus up here.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do not want to open it.
Not at all?
I mean, not right now, without like everyone. But I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Same.
But I mean, we could.
I
We
I
could.
don't think so.
I mean, I don't know where the temple is. It could be inside of this. There could be stairs in there.
Look over here. And Drea has you come over and walk with them to the edge.
I can't go through that. Oh.
I think we got something over here. Rising from the center of this circular depression is a tall, triangular crystal gnomon, a device one typically finds in the middle of a sundial. It is thick near the base and narrows to a sharp point at the top. The snow around the gnomon has melted, revealing a circle of symbols carved into the stone around it. From where you are, it looks to be some of the phases of the moon, suggesting that this is not a sundial, but a moon dial. Okay. Weird.
Jasper, Hey, Skywatcher, I know you don't want me in your head, but does this mean anything to you?
And do you then connect to his head?
Yeah.
Tony, are you there?
I am here.
You
Tony, are you listening?
hear Jasper say that and then feel him connect to your mind. You can speak to him while you're a bug if you want.
All right. Does it mean anything to me?
Looks like a big ass moon dial. You're a moon druid. You'd think that if you were maybe less of a bug and more of a druid, you could probably put some pieces together here.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Well,
it requires further, closer investigation.
I will think that at him.
Cool. All right, I'm out. In telepathically, and then disconnects.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back down these stairs. I'm not trying to jump down there. It looked like there was some building carved into that wall, though.
Okay. I mean, do you want to check that out, or should we go back?
Well, what do you think? I'm down to peek.
Well, I'm confused as to why the snow melted in the middle of that moon dial when everything else is covered in snow.
Yeah, I'd say I'm also confused by that.
I mean, we could go look at it. If anything happens, we can just run.
Yeah. Let's be extra quiet. And you all start to go this path around. Where you at, Jasper?
Fine.
Oh, there we go.
I was typing in chat.
Oh, okay.
We have
As you come around this side, you all see 6 elevated white marble statues arranged in a line that depicts slender robed figures facing northward. Engravings on their face seem to have been worn away by the wind, but the pointed ears suggest that these are elves. Huh.
Well, it is supposed to be an elven temple.
Makes sense. What's over here? You see embedded in the hillside, to the south of this circular indentation, is a stone door that has no visible handles or hinges. That's
Like
this
right there?
right here.
Oh, right there. Okay. Okay.
And then Drea comes over here and sort of peeks around the corner. Do you look? Now that you're over there, you can see that there is a large hole punched into this temple wall. Something has punched a rough hole in the wall on the northwest edge of the depression, creating a dark opening that leads under this hill.
Huh.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
okay.
That's
We
pretty
I
ominous.
think that's it. I think we should go back.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. A few moments later, Drea, Jasper, and Skywatcher return. The group of you all are reunited. Skywatcher, do you turn back into a centaur?
I do, yes.
Excellent.
What did you all find?
Well, there's a bunch of elf statues.
The moose has been through here a bunch. I saw a bunch of tracks.
Oh, in the temple? Or in the shrine area?
In this area.
Okay. Well, there's a brazier out here in that gazebo. And then there's a sarcophagus up top, and it has a bunch of pillars with symbols on it. And Jasper will list the symbols.
Yes, you list the symbols, which are
Twig, pine cone, flame, feather, humanoid hand.
we didn't see any druid though. I did see moose tracks, big ass hole in the side of the temple. Sorry, a very large hole in the side of the temple, Beery.
Okay. That's
Dre was
concerning.
correcting their cursing.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
Oh, you're good.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then there's a
You
moon
all-
dial, and there's no snow on it, even though everything else is covered in snow. So that's weird.
Must be enchanted somehow.
Or
Yeah.
some single spell was used.
Do you still have the elemental lantern out?
You do. I think it was. Did you light it again, Jasper? Or is it still lit?
Yeah, it would have still been lit, I guess.
Okay. You see that the flame burns green.
Okay. I mean,
Are we?
yeah.
We're just like
You guys
sitting
are.
around the tent. Right?
Yeah, you guys are basically like into the woods a little bit, off the path. You've set up a tent, and the lot of you all are sort of gathered. The very large griffin is sleeping next to the tent. Yeah. Well, I personally think it would be a help to this group if we were to investigate this by daylight. What little there may be. Do you all want to set up the dome and try to sleep
Yeah,
here
we're asleep now.
tonight?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's rest up. Be at our best tomorrow.
Agreed.
And if we're waiting till daylight, that'll give me some time to make some extra dwarven donuts. We'll have enough for everybody.
Mm-mm.
Cool.
Dre, is there anything you can do to help camouflage us beyond what the dome may do?
Yeah, I think I could try and do a few things. I kind of need to see what it's going to look like first. I don't really know what I'm in for here. And at this point, it's probably like 11:30 p.m. at night. I think you all started your day at about 7 and traveled for a very large chunk of it. Everyone is realistically feeling tired. Some of you all are drained one way or another. Corpse Grinder, do you want to use the charm yourself or give it to someone else? Or what do you want to do?
I'll do it myself.
Okay.
I want to check my trap before we go to bed, though. Before I start doing it, I'll want to check my trap. Expecting nothing. Right?
Yeah. As you go over and take a look, you see that it is still hidden and still armed. It would seem Drea and Jasper were able to walk around it.
Great.
It would have been awkward if they tripped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'll do the spell then. Chewinga bracelet.
Activate. Okay. You all see Corpse Grinder holds out his arm, grabs a hold of this charm, and let me just look up one thing.
Casting time is 10 minutes.
Yes. Over the course of 10 minutes, this dome starts to form and whirl, and casting time 1 minute. Yeah, because you're not doing it as a ritual. You're casting the spell through the thing.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so over the course of a minute, this dome comes up around you all and solidifies, and as the spell completes, it's one of those situations where you're outside and you're bundled up and it's super fucking cold, and then suddenly you walk into a house that has been warmed all day, and it's maybe like 80 degrees inside, as the temperature within the dome immediately heats up to comfortable. And you all have this because it's 10-foot radius, 20-foot across dome that is warm and safe.
Inside the tent.
9 creatures of medium size can fit within this dome. Yeah, it's over the tent. The tent is inside of this dome you've created.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Oh, how'd you do that? Can you always do that?
Chewinga gave me, or magicked this charm. I have 2 left.
You see that
on my bracelet.
Forge Hand has a similar bracelet around his arm with a different charm.
Do you have mine is the symbol of a house.
Maybe something like this. Then
Is that a symbol of a
mine
house?
looks like a loaf of bread.
Ooh.
And that looks like the same one that Skywatcher has.
Do you want to trade?
I have no idea what it does.
If it does what mine does, then it gives you food.
Is yours the bread?
That sounds like it'd be helpful.
Yeah, you put the 2 next to each other, and it's the same icon on both.
I fed a bunch of deer. Was it deer?
Mm-hmm. Reindeer.
Fed a bunch of deer with them. Reindeer. Sentient reindeer. All very fucking stupid.
Hey,
Hey,
Yeah.
can I
Very
clarify
heckin'
something real
stupid.
quick?
Mm-hmm.
So when we used that charm last time, it generated the food, and then it generated the water, and that water was not in a container, right? Like, we have to try to catch it.
I spoke of this last time. Since there was no container, there was just water that fell and hit the ground.
Okay.
Did it freeze on contact?
Absolutely. Super quick.
Cool.
Yeah, so especially since it kind of spread out.
Okay.
Yeah, if you all had some sort of tub or vessel or something, it would have just gone into there. And a person cannot be a vessel. Just so it's clear. Let's fill them with gallons of water and they
Oh,
explode.
shucks.
Metaphysical disagree.
Ruined my plan.
Shoot. No bread explosions.
Here we'll make some tea for bedtime.
Yeah, so you all have the
Got
comfort and
6
safety
teacups.
of this dome. You can rest in here and discuss whatever you'd like to discuss. Beery brews some tea. Drea pulls out a pipe of hers and looks to Jasper and says, "Do you want to smoke some pipe weed?"
Yeah, sure. That sounds good. You want any tobacco or just
No.
right on? And-
4chan, do you partake?
Yeah, I could get it on that.
Did you intend for Forge Hand to sound like 4chan?
That's what I was just thinking. It
No.
sounded so much
I'm
like
just
4chan
doing
when you
it.
said that.
I'm just
No.
trying to do a deeper voice. That's all I can do.
No. To be honest, we have not spoken this name out loud. We've only written it. So hadn't really thought about that yet.
It's pretty funny
Forge
either way.
Hand. Definitely not 4chan.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
That's a
Can our characters call him that? That was my plan. Oh well, I'll call him 4chan.
I still don't know which one you said.
You
I have no idea what this joke is, so I'm just gonna hope I
You,
didn't accidentally.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 4chan, the website.
Oh, that.
They're
Okay.
saying it sounds a bit like that. I hadn't even
Nope.
thought about that.
Just the name.
Nope. He may or may not be a blacksmith. Hence the forge part of the name.
Yeah, so Drea says, "So 4chan, what do you do up in the mountains? Are you a hunter or?"
Nice armor you got.
No, I'm mostly a blacksmith.
Oh,
I've been mostly just make weapons for the tribe.
oh, that's cool. Did you make that hammer on your back?
Oh no, this was gifted to me. This is beyond my level. I haven't reached that level yet. But then he'll pull out the javelins, the daggers that he's got, and the great bow that he has. Like,
Yeah. You all see these very well-made weapons that he presents to you all of various metals. I guess, do you want to describe them, Kevin?
I didn't.
Anything particular about them? I will say you notice a pattern present on all of the items that looks to be almost like his signature.
Yeah, there's a little symbol that just resembles the silhouette of like a mountainscape or something.
Yeah, I'll show you all real quick. Boom. So you made all these?
That's cool.
If you're interested in expanding your market, I could help you out. Help you find some sources in Baldur's Gate to sell your products. If you've got more supply than demand.
I imagine he doesn't know anything about Baldur's Gate, so.
Yep, you've never heard of that place.
I'm not really sure where or what that is or what you just said, but I'm sure we could talk about it in the morning.
We also are friends with the.
Sorry, what?
I was gonna say big city, lots of people.
Yeah, it is a really big city, isn't it? I've only ever heard about it, Drea says.
Yeah, there's a whole house system. It's pretty. It's a lot more lawful than it is out here. And I think I like it that way. But I'd like to go back eventually.
That's fair.
I'm not very accustomed to large cities. I'm used to being around 70 other people. That's about the size of our tribe.
My family has 70 people working for us.
That's interesting.
So you've been with your tribe your whole life then, up in the mountains?
I have.
Can we ask how old you are?
I'm 25.
Gotcha.
The same for Goliath? Is that like average aging?
Yeah.
They're
He's an
maybe
adult.
slightly, they have roughly the same lifespan as humans.
They usually die younger because of their hobbies and instincts.
Because of their culture of competition and trying to one-up themselves and each other.
Yeah.
YOLO.
Yeah. That's it.
While we're hanging out in the tent, Corpse Grinder is plucking out some little tune on his cittern, that instrument that Elliot was describing. Just like a little metal riff, like dun dun doo 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 doo, something like that.
The thing that looks like an electric guitar that my character doesn't know about at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a very advanced harp. I'd say the harp is probably the closest you've seen, which, you know, your all's is usually made of bone and whatever you can cobble together for the strings.
That is a strange contraption. I've never seen that before.
Oh yes, my friend Nazu made it for me. It can do all kinds of distortion effects, and he just put this string in that can cast the spell Prestidigitation. So, if you ever need anything cleaned, if you need to wash your clothes.
Well, actually, I still have some wolf guts on me from when they attacked us in the forest.
Say no more, friend. Bing!
Yeah, he plays a little ditty, and as he does so, it's just like vacuuming up the dried blood and dirt that's collected on your armor over the past day.
Oh, that's so cool.
Were you trying to tell him he was dirty?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, would you go ahead and do me just so I don't feel gross?
Yeah, and I mean, you guys have traveled all
else?
day. It's very much that, like, the frozen mud, dirt, snow combo that builds up on you, you know, as you move through a frozen forest. Everyone could definitely use some cleaning off.
All right, everyone, hands above your head. I'm just playing music and cleaning everyone's armpits.
Fury takes off her coat and she has like what we would recognize as a chef coat on underneath it. You all probably haven't seen her take her coat off because it's usually not this warm, except maybe when you were at her house.
Yeah.
But it would probably have like purple designs on it too because she likes purple.
Hey, I can hear you all. I'm going to be back in a minute.
Okay.
But carry on. You guys are in a dome.
Pretty cool dome, huh? I only have 2 uses of it left. It would be nice to do it every night, but I don't think we should.
Yeah, I mean, for most
This is just
scenarios,
cool magic, though.
we have the tents, but this could be very useful if we like get stuck in a blizzard or something.
Mm-hmm.
Was it still snowing right now? Can we obviously tell that like nothing's getting in?
The snow in the clearing is lighter than it had been in the forest. I don't know if it's like accumulating or not.
You know, the dome prevents creatures from entering it,
Well, it's warm on the inside, so.
but it's warm on the inside, so there would be a lot of water.
Well, I think that snow sits on top. But Drea was also gonna try to camouflage it. I could help you do that. Once we figure out what it looks like from the outside.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure Drea says.
Very cool. So, Forge Hand, did you make your armor and your helmet?
No, the helmet, my armor, and the hammer were given to me by my tribe. Since this was expected to be a dangerous mission, I'm not actually able to forge items of this caliber yet.
Okay.
But I intend to be able to one day.
Well, cool. That's a good goal to have.
Yeah, I never really got the hang of Griffin writing, and the rest of my tribe wouldn't let me hear the end of it. So I just decided I'd be the second best at forging weapons, so they wouldn't have to keep using wood and bone weapons, because those things are useless.
Yeah. What? So, I mean, it seems like you rode the Griffin fine down here. What?
Oh, had a little bit of assistance with that. The Scar Watcher of my tribe, it seemed like it magically gave him some directions. He knew exactly where to go at all times. He was flying me, I wasn't flying him.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, more goals.
Yeah, and he was lent to me, so he will end up flying back in the morning. I don't get to keep him with me.
Gotcha. Okay.
As awesome as that would be.
Yeah. Well, we got these weird little birds that we kind of ride around from town to town on. We could probably get you one of those. They don't fly though.
Yes. Oh, those are so overdue. You're gonna have big fines when we get back, you guys.
Dang, what is it, like an extra gold a day or something, or like 5?
I don't know, to be honest.
I don't remember. Yeah, we're all gonna get boned. We better just go back after we have both of our shows.
Yeah, and just buy them.
I didn't rent one, so I should be fine.
Oh yeah, haha, because you can turn into one. That's nice.
Corpse Grinder bought
Yeah,
his.
I bought mine. His name is Normie Delgado.
Forge Hand, do you play an instrument?
I do not.
Unfortunate.
We're kind of a band.
Yeah, we're kind of a band. We're gonna have to get you something.
Everybody can help.
Can you beat on a drum? Can you kick both your legs really quick? If we can get some kind of double bass set up.
Maybe single bass is the best. Single bass is the best he could pull off.
Well, we can figure it out. BB here just kind of wiggles his body like a noodle, and that helps a whole lot.
I handle the lights.
I feel like I could keep a rhythm but I can't get flashy with it or do anything else musically.
That's cool. I mean, you also don't have to do anything. No pressure. We have 2 concerts coming up very soon.
I had no idea being in a band was on the job description when I left.
Well,
Oh yeah. Do you see the out of character? Do you see the icon of the group, the WhatsApp group chat? That's the band logo.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, if we get any downtime, I could teach you some stuff, and I'm sure I could show you some stuff before our next show. But I'm proficient in the drums, and I could teach you anything you want to know.
Well, I think anything I want to know is whatever you want me to know.
That's what I like to hear.
So this dome, is it just to make it warm, or like what else does it do anything else?
It keeps bad guys from coming in. I'll read the thing.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I actually know what it is. I'm just
Okay.
4chan has no idea what it is.
This is my first time being in a magic dome.
Yeah, we figure this Ravison is pretty dangerous, so we want to take precautions.
So if there's a problem, would Uber be able to get in to signalize? Like, would it be able to call for help?
I think there's enough room for Uber to be inside the dome right now.
There's technically not.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. And Jasper will kind of take
Can't you
his.
just fly up in the air?
He'll kind of like pull his rapier and stick it out of the dome and just kind of wiggle it and see what happens. And then we'll just kind of stick his hand out. And then eventually we'll just go and then claps on the outside one time and then comes back. Did y'all hear it? I think you can.
Yeah, I think it does actually let sound through. Just he's not gonna want to leave Uber out there alone just in case some shit happens in the night.
For sure.
So,
well, I can.
Uber is inside the dome.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. We'll just we'll just go with that then. We'll just pretend there's magically room. All right.
Dome conversation finished?
I think so.
Yeah. Let's head to bed, everybody. Who wants to take the first watch?
I will.
You can wake me up when you're finished.
Cool. Dre, are we gonna camouflage this dome? I will roll survival.
Gonna end up doing 4 separate watches, or how does this work?
Most likely.
Yeah. 17. In case.
You've only taken watches once, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe never.
I don't think we have.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of one time when Beery woke up in the middle of the night to cast a spell.
Oh.
It wasn't actually a watch, though.
So then, if we have more than 4 people, so we can double up on a couple of them.
Yeah.
Who is taking first watch?
Jasper.
Excellent. I'm glad this is recorded, if only so that I can go back and listen to that conversation. Apologies. Tend to some things, but it was perfect because you guys are in a safe place and you can just talk and talk. Okay. So we're going to say you guys are getting to bed at midnight. You pop the dome at 11:30. This will expire.
At
I'm just gonna be so lovely and kind and say that this spell from this Chwinga lasts for 12 hours. I'm gonna do that to myself now in advance. Maybe I'll endure future. But yeah, this dome can effectively last until past sunrise tomorrow. Jasper, you have the first watch. Give me a perception check.
Well,
actually, hold on. Let's set the scene real quick. Do you all have both of the tents up or just one? You have a dome that's 20 feet across. Both of the tents occupy like a 10 by 10 space.
So I got out.
You could have both of them.
4-person fur-lined tent. So that's one of the larger ones. And I also have a 2-person regular tent.
Okay. So do you have both of the tents out?
I only put one of them up. If we need another one, I'll put it up.
All of you all, I don't think, could sleep inside that tent because you're going to be laying down.
Cool. Then
so it is, as this dome has taken place, like the snow that's on this ground has melted away to some degree, and we'll say the dirt that would be there has dried out. So you guys can...
Does it look similar to the sundial thing, moondial?
No. In quite a few ways, no. So you have both of these tents out, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, how are you all sleeping? Like, Forge Hand, are you going to be, like, hanging out with Uber? Like, laying near or up against them?
Yeah, it's warm enough in here already. We'll just crash on the ground next to... It'll pull out a bedroll and everything, but it'll just...
And just so it's clear, for you all to get a long night's rest, you have to remove your armors. You guys can't be sleeping in armor. So everyone's getting down to, degrees of pajamas. I guess, what do we see as Forge Hand disrobes? What's he got going on underneath? Everyone tell me of your pajamas. It's whatever.
Well, Jasper's still on watch.
Okay, Jasper here's
He's
still
got
on.
some just white polar bear furs, and it's otherwise just basic common clothing.
So polar bear fur garb. I like it. Perfect. Do you have any jewelry or necklaces or anything of that sort? I guess as you take your helmet off too, they see like the skin patterns that you have.
Oh, yeah. Did you send that? You only sent the helmeted pictures. Okay.
Yes.
So, so he's got the black streaks going down each side of his face from his temples, like down the side of his jaw, and then he's got a streak crossing down over each of his eyes, just like from his brow to the top of his cheekbones. These are just his Goliath birthmarks.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Skywatcher doesn't, I mean, he takes off his armor and it's pretty much just looks like the artwork, I would think, right, Tony?
Yep.
I'll show you BB's situation. He changes his clothes.
Pajama BB?
Oh, yes. You know I got that pajama BB on lock.
Oh, well,
better be a onesie with like a pink bunny on the chest.
Well, it's less of that and more just the other clothes that the group has given to him. If you guys want to get him a onesie, you can. Previously, he just slept naked, so this is, I guess, a step up in a lot of ways.
Oh, lovely.
BB is hanging out in the chat. He's got a nice little cute outfit.
Hanging out in the
And around his neck, he has a necklace that has a cat on it with two little bejeweled eyes. And he's wearing a robe to sleep that looks enchanted.
Also, I just sent Jasper's winter gear.
So yeah, he was basically wearing this sans balaclava earlier.
Yeah.
But now he's more close to that handsome pic I sent from the start.
Now, just remind anyone who's not aware, because I'm definitely aware. What's a balaclava?
It's like the ski mask with the eyes and like the eyes cut out.
full face.
Okay. Yes, just so
It's,
anyone watching.
it's a
just
head-
anyone.
Yeah,
It's a
for
heads
all
up.
the people at home.
Everyone who's watching now they're caught up.
Yes.
It is a head sock per the picture I just sent.
Okay.
I wasn't able to unmute myself fast enough to make a baklava joke, but
Oh,
I was trying to.
You're like, it's a honey covered pastry with
Yeah.
many layers.
The meme of that kid with his vein popping out of his head, like, I gotta see the baklava joke.
It was very disappointing. Everybody was already explaining what it actually was. It was far too late, but whatever. I had to announce it.
I hate that feeling.
Okay. Jesse, anything about Beery before she goes to sleep?
She's just got like a long chef coat, and
Does she
If
have
there's-
rings around any of her dreads? Or
like
like beads or anything?
yeah, she's
unique?
probably got some cool like rope tied up in there in unique ways around some maybe beads. Yeah. They're
Yeah,
not too
maybe
long.
some maybe a few glass ones that Hilda gave you.
Yes, I did have a glass blowing neighbor, didn't I?
Yeah,
Perfect.
cool.
Yeah. And is there room for her to set up a 2-person tent?
In here? Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'll do that and then get into some long underwear.
Yeah, because this is a 16 by 16 space. Both of those tents would occupy 4 by 4. You know, it's round, but we can make it work. There's just, you guys are basically just putting up a bunch of tents inside here.
Nice.
So we have, I guess, 3 tents in here. Drea has set up a small one, and them and Tilda, the large lynx, go inside of it for some privacy. Everyone sort of settles in. Skywatcher, are you in a tent or are you just chilling on the ground?
I don't think I really fit in the tent, do I? Not well.
You could take up, like half of one of the 10 by 10s, I would say, if you're just fully laying down.
I'll just stay up.
Cool. So, Beery and BB are in a tent together. Corpse Grinder, you have the one that you and Jasper could share, or do you have your own?
I have my own.
Okay.
Did I give it to Jasper?
I think that's the smaller one Bryce was talking about, right? Bryce, or do you have 2 tents?
I thought I had 2 tents, but those are from my notes from way far back. And if he gave me his tent to put on my mount, on my rack thing, then that's fine.
Okay, so we'll say
I had a nice fur-lined 2-person tent.
yes. Okay, and then
Yeah.
Jasper got that same thing but large. So the 2-person tents are like a 5 by 5, basically. The 2-person tents, or the 4-person tents, are 10 by 10, essentially. Just so it's clear space-wise. Okay, cool. So Beery and BB, Dre is in a small one. Corpse Grinder, are you sharing one with Jasper this evening? I'm just trying to figure out where everyone is positionally.
Hey, do you want to share a tent? I'm gonna get naked.
That's fine with me, bud.
Fantastic.
Cool. And you guys all, have sleeping rolls too. So equivalent sleeping bag, pillow, and whatnot.
Oh, I thought you meant
But
ROLES.
it's so warm in here.
Yeah, you don't need
Who
them.
who needs a bedroll when it's a warming?
That's true. Well, I wear blankets even when it's warm. Wear blankets, sleep with. I wear them around.
I just want that sleeping arrangement to be
absolutely. As you're getting undressed, Corpse Grinder, Jasper totally sees you fully naked. I don't know if there's any special details, but that
my
happens.
body is.
Explain what he sees.
Do you have any tattoos or markings?
Let me talk.
Okay, sorry.
All right, my body is
Oh,
fit,
that was
slim,
almost a spit
and
take.
completely hairless, except for like not pubic hair that normally grows on your chest, but like head hair, like right, just a small tuft right here, and it's all hairless. Other than that,
Is it magically hairless or otherwise manually done?
Does he
You
look
don't know.
shaved?
also he has a tail that is curled up in his pants.
You do have a tail, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Does it come to like a spade point, or is it just okay?
Spade point.
And you
With,
have
like-
feet, right? You don't have hooves.
Right.
Okay,
Human feet.
cool. Cool. And no tattoos or anything? Not yet.
I got.
You could have as
haven't
many
thought about it.
tattoos as you wanted if you do.
Yeah,
It's your choice.
You've
All
certainly
right.
left the
Heavily,
space
heavily
marine.
tattooed. All right. I haven't thought about that till now, but let's say heavily tattooed, like a band guy.
Okay.
That's why it's important to have no hair. So
And
they're
my-
all visible.
I've got spiral like ibex horns, and long shaggy hair, goatee, piercings in the eyebrow and the ears, and the tongue. Probably, let's say tongue piercing. Sure. That's what my character looks like naked.
I love it. I appreciate it.
What's the
Okay.
tattoo around the the tuft of head hair look like? Did you make a joke out of it? Like a
Is it someone else's head?
Yeah. Mitch McConnell.
Tony and Evan, you both take a point of inspiration for that little combo cry laugh you got
Great
from
run.
me just then.
Nice.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Everyone settles into their various spots. Skywatcher and Forge Hand. I would say you all are sitting in a position where you can see each other. And it is, I think, you Skywatcher, you've been in the Dale for a while in these various cities away from your tribe. Forge Hand, this is the first time in
Probably ever.
and probably ever on something like this. Your trips to meet different smithing contacts were brief and not that far from your home. And
Also, probably fewer people than this.
yeah, and generally for the past, as long as both of you all have been alive and before you know, your two tribes have been at odds. And your members don't come into contact. They very intentionally avoid each other. And yeah, I'm just setting that as maybe a mental space both of you all are sharing as everyone sort of settles in for their evenings. How long is everyone's watch going to be?
2 hours.
Jasper, you're up first.
Yeah.
It's quiet. Also, okay, to add, while you all were having all those conversations that Elliot, were away from, Drea was outside of the dome, doing their best to sort of cover it as best you can. Evan, the dome allows for you to alter the color or opaqueness. Can you describe to me where you're at with those? Is Evan
I'm here.
in the banyo? Okay, cool.
Banyo.
Yeah. Do
No,
you
I'm
have
at
it?
I'm at the window.
Do you have it dimly lit, or do you make it dark as you're going to sleep?
Inside the tent?
Yes, inside the dome.
Yeah, like really dim.
Okay,
Like
it's very
nightlight.
dimly lit. Gotcha. Do you have it? It is opaque from the outside, but it's any color that you choose, but transparent from the inside. So I'm going to say Drea asked if you could sort of make it camouflage color. Is that cool?
Not white like snow? Just a big mound of snow?
White camouflage.
Well, can you make it white a little bit on the bottom and then camouflage above that, and it'll kind of just look like...
Oh yeah, I don't know if it
Look
matters.
like snowy brush.
I was gonna assist Drea with that.
God damn it.
It doesn't matter. You're good.
Oh yeah, whatever you want.
Okay.
White at the bottom.
And so
Camouflage
Drea came back in and has sort of like positioned branches and moved things around. And I, Elliot, am not like a tracker or ranger, but they have taken steps to make the dome be a bit harder to see in general if you were just passing by, especially since you guys are off the path. And yeah, it's translucent. Jasper, as you take your shift, are you walking around? Are you seated?
Yeah, he's just gonna kind of walk around the dome and just kind of look
The
out.
exterior or the interior?
Interior and look
Okay,
out.
cool. Very cool. Just go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Uh, 20.
Cool. Yeah. You, I assume, keep your goggles on as you're looking out into this space.
Yes.
And I'm going to grab some water real quick. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Oh,
I'll take the last watch.
Cool.
What was the last thing I said?
Just so I can end up putting my armor on. Ready to go for the day.
Very smart.
Hey, those branches aren't gonna fall on us when the spell ends. Is they?
Probably they will. Yeah.
Probably they will.
Probably some snow. Did the blizzard ever end?
No, I don't think
Probably
so.
not. It's always snowing around here.
Well, I was watching the whole thing before I jumped in. He did say that it settled down to just a light snow.
Yeah.
The actual fierce, the fierce blizzard did let
Aha.
Then it'll definitely fall some snow on us when it disappears.
Well, we can get everything packed up before then, probably. We got a late checkout.
Yeah. Aha. Hey, Jasper, can you roll me a d6?
Oh boy.
Well, which monster are we going to encounter tonight?
2.
Your shift is uneventful. The snow picks up again, and you see some of the snow actually starts to build up on the dome itself, which is what it is.
Hey, are we like sleeping right now?
This is
I don't know
going.
if that
Yeah,
is-
this is a long rest. So
Okay.
as Jasper's here, everyone is asleep, and an hour passes uneventfully. Who do you wake up?
Well, we're doing 2-hour shifts. Does that matter?
Oh, roll another d6.
Uh-oh.
5.
Cool. Yes. In the second hour of your shift, are you doing anything to keep yourself awake? Besides just walking around? Mental puzzles? Is your head going anywhere of note or interest?
Thinking about the last time he was on Night Watch, which was in the caravan with the trolls. And, what came from trying to stay focused, even though you are very tired.
Okay.
That threats are everywhere, whether we see them or not.
I gotcha. Well, fortunately for you, you encounter no trolls over the next hour. You see at one point a small rabbit hop by, come up to the side of the dome, and then, unless you do anything, move away.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be talking. It seems very much like a normal rabbit. Your second hour passes uneventfully. Who do you wake up?
Hey, Beery.
It's Jerry.
It's your watch.
Oh, okay. Good night.
Alright.
Barry, you are awoken. What do you do over the course of this time to stay awake?
I'm gonna watch the snowfall and just kind of sit in a peaceful state.
Do you have like a little camp chair? Or are you just crisscross applesauce on the ground?
Yeah, probably just crisscross applesauce. She might make some tea to keep herself up for the extent of the rest.
I would say
Just to have
too,
something to
since
do.
this is a long rest, you could use this time to do your long rest cooking. I think that would work right now, right?
Yeah, that works. Yeah. Get out the mutable metal pan and start making some donuts.
Yeah, so you sort of sit close to the edge of this dome. You get a little tea going. You start your baking process, and you can hear these people all next to you breathing, moving around occasionally. Can you go ahead and roll me a d6?
1.
It is a peaceful time to yourself. Where does Beery's mind drift a bit during this rest? This watch.
She's lingering on the conversation she had with Jasper and thinking about BB's future. She's concerned about talking to him about it and having to admit that she lied, and yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that is one of those levels of parent guilt, where it's like, oh shit, my kid, not that he's your child, but I feel like that same energy of my kid caught me being a shitty parent and now I have to deal with it.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think that the work that you do as you cook all this, there's I would imagine a comfort that comes with it and has always come with it. It's the familiarity. It maybe brings you back to your childhood, thinking about your mom, thinking about your home, your first home. And you have 45 minutes totally uneventful. You get your process going. The baking is happening. You're sipping on your tea, and you see 3 wolves walk into this area and walk up to the dome near where you are and start sniffing. One of them sort of puts his nose against it, and like a bit of snow falls away, but it's solid. He can't get through. The other ones sort of stop. They piss on it, as dogs do, and start just pacing in a circle around it. Do you do anything?
I'll scoot back from the edge a little bit, but I'll just keep watching, knowing that they can't get in until my watch ends and I wake the next person up.
Okay, roll another d6.
6.
Excellent. Big swings.
After 45 minutes or so, they meet up with 5 other wolves who all start circling a bit more. They all take their turn pissing on it, and maybe like put their paws up to try and, as dogs will investigate, knocking off the snow a few times, but they don't speak common to one another. They seem like regular wolves.
Okay.
And
I was going to ask that.
yep. After another 30 minutes, they leave. And you hear them howling off in the distance.
Well-timed sound effect on roll 20.
For sure. You end your shift. Who do you wake up?
I will wake up Corpse Grinder.
Also, tell me about your baked goods.
I'm gonna use
with a long rest.
I'm gonna use some of that 7-leaf tundra clover.
Ooh,
that I
okay.
collected and make like a honey flavored donuts.
Excellent. You have 2 of these treats?
Correct.
2 of these honey donuts. Okay. Cool. That happens. You wake up Corpse Grinder.
Yeah.
We were circled by a few wolves earlier. Seems our dome isn't quite animal proof, but they didn't speak to each other, so it doesn't seem like they're at least sentient agents of Ravison. I don't know if she has regular wolves working for her.
All right, I'll keep an eye out. Do you have any alcohol?
I've got a little bit of cooking wine.
No, that's too sweet. I'm good.
Okay.
I believe Corpse Grinder refilled, just so.
Yep, I did, but I was
Excellent.
asking someone else for alcohol.
I was just making sure. I love it. Classic.
Piece of shit.
just didn't want you to be without it in case you needed it, How does Corpse Grinder spend his watch?
I'm glad you asked. I'm using Minor Illusion, the visual part, like Guitar Hero, to chart out different songs and rearrange parts.
Oh, doing some music writing. Okay, excellent. So you're basically just awake during this time, but for the most part, you're like focusing on the music. Are you maybe just sitting comfortably and like strumming as you're doing this?
No, I'm trying to not make any noise to not wake anyone else up, and have this just be my special quiet time.
Okay.
But like maybe if I figure something cool out, like a cool combination, I'll like say it out loud, like da, 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 and maybe cause some people to stir with my head banging.
I gotcha. Are you hold on, sorry.
And yeah, I'm gonna drink my whiskey pints. Not all of them. Maybe half. It turns into a whole pint, yeah.
I would think much like an electric guitar, if you didn't have it hooked up to an amp and were to play it, it would just be like the noise of the metal strings. But I totally understand what you're saying. You work a bit on this song. Can you roll me a let's just call it a performance check to see if there's anything really gained from this whole thing?
11.
You start working on a song. I would say you don't necessarily get it completed, but this is an awesome thing and I support it, and if you continue to do so, it'll be great. Can you roll me a d6?
4.
Okay. And where is Corpse Grinder's head at with all of this while he's on the rest? Is it just focused on the music? He's just like keeping it busy that way?
Yeah, you mean like I'd be watching out for dudes I guess, but I'd be also focused on the music, like when you're trying to walk and look at your phone at the same time.
Okay, so maybe, and I would say that's probably a good explanation for the dice as far as why this isn't like you didn't get the song finishes, because there's that it's the back and forth between Zoom's having some issues with Kevin's headset. That's a bummer. Do you have another pair of headphones you can use?
You are
I'd say
muted on the call.
Yeah, we'll keep working on it. Going back and forth between what you're working on and where you are, and the second hour of your watch comes as you continue to do this. Can you roll me in another d6?
Six.
Okay. Yes. As the second hour of your watch comes, the heavy snow seemed to have stopped during the last hour, and about a half hour into this second hour of your watch, you see Needles the Chwinga at the edge of the dome. And it sort of comes up and wipes it away and puts its little head against there. And you see, as it's pushing its face against the side, that the symbol is no longer that little snowflake. It is back to what it was before, which was like a circle with a triangle around it.
Hey, little
Why
buddy.
is it not working?
Oh, there it is. It's working.
It's working now.
We can hear you.
Well,
No.
Cool.
no, it just
Keep
went off.
talking.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
There we
That was
go.
my laptop
Yeah.
speaker. It's not my headset mic.
Gotcha.
Is the problem. It's still the headset's not working.
It's cool. We'll get our tech figured out. Yeah, we can hear you now, though, if you need it. Yeah. So you call out to little Chwinga?
Yes.
Excellent.
Hey, little guy. How we doing?
As you do so, it disappears and then reappears like right in your lap.
Is this like instantaneous? Like,
yeah. Roll a quick Arcana check if you'd like.
oof. I oofed it. I'll tell you that much. 4.
Okay. Yep. It's like he's gone from somewhere, and as soon as he's gone from the other place, he appears at the next place.
Okay.
It looks like some sort of teleportation. I would say, because you have access to second level spells.
Rather than invisibility. I do not have access to second level spells.
Oh, no, you don't. Okay, well, then that all makes sense. Yeah, he has some sort of interesting teleportation power. And he lands in your lap and sort of looks up at you. Do you do anything with him?
How you been? Can you communicate with me?
He's sort of, as you're like maybe leaning forward, jumps up and climbs onto your head and starts playing on your horns like there's some sort of play set.
All right. Cool. I'm down with this. However long you want to be up there, just let me know if you need help getting down.
Okay. Yeah, you're just peaceful and chill. Do you go back to your playing of music as you finish your watch? Okay. As you go back to playing your music, I will say the little Chwinga that had come with Forge Hand, that looked to be wearing a dress made of hay, sort of perks up and notices Needles and leaves from Forge Hand and comes over to you and gets on your horns with Needles, and they start to like do a little dance together on your head as you're playing music or doing a little light practice. And yeah, they have a little dance party.
Hey, thanks for this dome, by the way. That was you guys. Or you, Needles.
Needle stops and sort of just like pets you like a little pet, like, you know, it's friendly. Roll a little performance check for me as you're just playing this small song for them.
Is a little performance check a D10?
That's
a good one. 23.
It's not, because it's an 18. Yes, they absolutely dig your song, and as you keep playing it, they come down and they're like dancing together on the strings, and like where you're not standing, they are landing their feet between the strings so that they don't touch it, but they're like dancing. I guess that'd be like the fretboard. It is a precious little moment, and they love your music, and they keep sort of playing around back and forth over the next 30 minutes or so. And it comes to be your time to hand off the watch. Who do you wake up?
I'll wake Forge Hand up.
Forge Hand.
Hey, new guy, it's your turn.
All right, let's do it.
Your little Chwinga came over and danced with me while I was doing some music stuff. This is one that's been following me around. We've been calling it Needles.
I sort of nicknamed this one Hey.
Hey, cool.
Yeah, I've seen a couple others besides just this one, and they had their own little dance party when I was in the forest. So
yeah,
I guess when they meet up, they have some fun.
Yeah, I wonder what they're all about. We actually do know someone in placeholder for city name.
Tourmaline. Danica.
Her name is Danica Greysteel. I knew that one.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
And she's doing research on them. And we're supposed to capture some and bring them to her so she can do research.
Oh, so, okay, cool story.
yeah, that's all I got. We'll next time we're in Tourmaline, we'll talk about it. No use talking about it now.
Okay, nerd.
All right, I'm going to bed, buddy. Good night. Good watch.
Corpse Grinder settles in, back into the tent. Did you do your watch naked?
Yeah.
Was that a yes?
Yeah. Just imagine me like pacing. Like I imagine at some point during the watch, I would have been pacing outside the tent, like just doing like colorful Guitar Hero stuff.
Well, yeah,
naked, pacing.
Also, you just like
Guitar Hero
woke
stuff?
up a Forge Hand in a tent, standing over him completely naked, like shaking him awake.
Right.
Forge Hand was outside of a tent, but yes, you do get woken up by a naked Corpse Grinder.
Yep.
No way.
He's comfortable with his body.
I've had a few drinks. It's gonna happen. If you're gonna hang out with us, this is gonna happen.
All right, you do you.
Forge Hand, what do you do to keep yourself awake as you take this watch?
He's gonna start by pulling out a chisel from his smith tools, and he's just gonna trace out those same symbols on his helmet and his armor, and then also on the head of the hammer. And so then those symbols are gonna just reappear as if they were just
so you're
branded
just
on.
Okay, I like it. Re-securing the enchantment, as it were.
Yeah, because they wear off over a long rest, so I had to put them back on.
Excellent. And we'll say this is somewhat quiet work, a light tapping. It's more about the pressure that you're applying than the intensity, if that makes sense. It's like a stamping as opposed to like a tink, like, you're not like driving into the surface.
Yep.
What's on your mind as you take this watch?
So, he had been taught his whole life that the other tribe are all just despicable people. They're all the worst, but I've never actually interacted with any of them. And then all of a sudden I was told to go work with one. And, the safety of the tribe is important. So he's just trying to hold on to that sentiment to be able to tolerate being around Skywatcher.
Yeah, and I would say whether you like it or not, the prophecy given to you by your Skywatcher echoes once more through your mind. And roll me a d6 as you take this first hour of watch.
Got a 1.
Okay. As you're doing your work, and I will just do this. As you're doing your work, you see a polar bear work its way into this clearing and come up to this dome and start sniffing around. And it goes over to where the wolves were and sniffs around. And it circles it several times. It puts its big bear body on it. It starts to actually climb on top of the dome, knocking all the snow off. Do you do anything, or do you just watch this happen?
Is there any chance I've seen you before? Just seeing if there's any vocal response.
It seems very much like a bear. It does not seem to be awakened.
That wasn't even necessarily what I was going for.
Oh, and it does not seem to be... it doesn't seem to have any further sentience beyond that of an animal. I'll say that.
Okay. All right. Secrets.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to talk about it, you can. But you haven't yet, so I wasn't going to bring it up.
No, I mean, I'm not going to disturb him. I'm just going to let him do his thing.
Yes. As
it's just the one bear?
Mm-hmm. One large polar bear. It is going to do its best. It gets up to the top of the dome, and then it slides down to the other side. It seems like it was trying to, like, lay down on it, but no luck.
You rolled for friction on the dome and didn't roll very high.
No, low traction roll.
Nice.
Roll a d6 for your second hour.
All right. That's a 3.
Second hour goes by uneventfully. Who do you wake up?
This should be 8 hours, right?
That I had the last watch. So
Everyone has not slept 8 hours, right?
we did 2-hour watches.
You can.
So then
watch counts.
The long rests are supposed to be like 6 hours of sleep and 2 hours of light activity at the minimum, which leaves room for watches to come in.
Okay.
Technically.
Okay.
We did travel through Magical Blizzard, though.
All right. I mean, if we want to go again, I can go. Fine.
Yeah, I think everyone sleeping for a full 8 hours after all that travel makes sense to me. So I'll say one more watch if that's okay. Who do you want to wake up? There's Skywatcher, Drea, and BB.
Probably gonna wake up Drea.
Okay. Drea says, "Oh, yeah, I'm feeling great. Heck yeah." And they get themselves together and like arm and armor themselves for the day.
Has the polar bear walked away yet, or is it still chilling outside the dome?
After the polar bear slid off, it went away about 15 minutes later, and the last hour was uneventful of your watch.
Okay. We had a polar bear try to make a bed out of the dome. It didn't work out so well, but other than that, nothing else has happened.
Well, I imagined all of the work that I did to hide this place has been knocked off, if that's the case. But that's fine. Anyone else see anything on their watches?
Did anyone tell me about it? I don't think I was told about anything happened.
Okay, yeah. So as far as you heard, no. Oh, the Twingas. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this little guy's back. Oh, all right. And since Corpse Grinder went to bed, the two of them have just sort of been walking around and just like examining everything in this dome, looking at the tents, looking at the people that are sleeping, like going up to them and just sort of like getting a measure of their bodies. They've been sort of digging through bags, but it's not like they're taking anything. They've just been very curious while you were doing all of your work and watching. And Drea says, "Okay, well, I'll take it from here." And they take the last hour of watch. You guys want to know Drea's internal monologue?
Oh, by all means.
They are just... They've never had any sort of adventure quite like this. They've never been part of a group quite like this. This is unique. They feel called to it, and they are just trying to help. And as you all complete, everyone fully sleeping 8 hours, Skywatcher, I'd say you could have woken up during Drea's watch as well, if you would like to communicate with them at all. Because you slept uneventfully for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. you wake up and still just sort of lay around. So if you had a phone, you'd just be checking it. Yes, excellent. Everyone wakes up fully rested. You gain back half of your hit die that you spent the day prior. Everyone who has spell slots has regained those. All short rest based abilities are refreshed. Beery and Skywatcher, could you please tell me the spells you have prepared for today?
You should have thought of that, huh?
Yes. Actually, here we are. It is 9:50. Everyone is woken up. It is the morning. Time itself. Oh my God, you have so many tattoos, Evan. I love this. Thank you. If you just want to start sending pictures of whatever these things are too, if you got something specific on your mind, I'd love to see them. This is a perfect spot. I think we're just going to call it here. And next session will be you all going into the temple. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's nice meeting you.
Yeah, everybody, thanks for
letting me jump in.
Welcoming Kevin. I wanted to keep this on the low. The most you guys had was a bit of a flash of that Goliath in your dream. I wasn't sure if anyone was putting together that a new player might join. But we have time to chat if you guys want to talk in WhatsApp while you guys prep for the day. And if you want to make a plan or whatever else. Is that cool?
Very cool.
Can I say that Beery's going to spend the first 2 hours of the day making more Dwarven donuts? so that everybody can have some.
Isn't that a once per long rest thing?
Or with 1 hour of work.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah. That happens. And Jesse, you have, I guess, a few weeks to decide on the spells that you want to take for the day.
It'll probably be the same.
We'll see. And our next session will be. Oh, I need to add. Okay, here we go. Icewind Dale Guide. Kevin, I'm going to give you access to this document. It's definitely not information that Forge Hand has, but the whole group does. And it's just stuff that's gone on that they've learned in the game, just so that life is easy. Once again, I'm going to assume that we're not going to have a game on the 26th, since that's so close to Christmas. Is everyone agreed on that?
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
So our next game...
I could, but fine.
Does anyone want to do that?
Yeah, does anyone want to play a game that Sunday?
I don't know.
I would be down to play.
Okay. I mean, family obligations and whatnot. The best part about the new year is that there's not holidays for a while. So our next game will be on the 9th. You guys will make your way into this elven temple. Until then, feel free to discuss whatever you want to discuss in character in the chat.
Is there anything in the trap?
We'll do that in chat, huh? Is that cool?
Okay.
What's in the trap? You guys have the dome for another hour at this point. I'm pretty sure is how that worked out. So, you guys are safe and sound, readying yourselves for the day. Jasper, you cool with cutting the feed?
Yeah.
Cutting the recording?
Goodbye, Internet. Thank you for watching.
Bye, Internet.